Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer. Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another Collectable Past, where we're going to be talking about some toys we collecting. And it should have been R, and somehow the R turned into a V when I typed it out. These things happen. Of course, I'm joined by my co-host, Slasher McSplitter. We don't know where the other co-hosts are. I think they got lost in the whole Smurf Fest that we had on Tuesday. I think they're still smurfing along. Trina, no doubt, is replacing 30 or 40 AAA batteries into her special Smurf toy. But I'm sure that she will giddy up and get along as soon as she can. So what's going on, Slasher?
What's good, y'all? Everybody got to get their Smurf and Smurf together. We got to Smurf up the Smurf out.
Yeah, right? Oh man, guys, if you haven't, you should really check out the Tuesday show that I did. Oh man, we had such fun. We just cut loose and just were acting like a bunch of hams and had a blast. But let's take a moment to acknowledge some of the people that are hanging out in the chat. First one in the chat, of course, Chaos Hoy. What's going on, Chaos? We were talking a little bit before the show while I was still uploading because, yeah, CenturyLink, these sons of bitches. Super fan Adam Shawhan in the chat. What's going on, Adam? I know at some point Adam says he wants to come on and he's going to be a guest over here on Collectable Past too. He will let me know when he is ready for that. Curtis YZ in the chat. What's up, Curtis, man? Good to see you. Yeah, that's right. Nibble, nibble, PWO for lettuce. Papa Cotton in the house. What's up, Papa? Good to see you, buddy. Time Prophet also in the house. What's up, man? Let's see some Transformers dolls. You know, believe it or not, it's not going to be a heavy Transformer day for me. I know that comes as a shocker to most, but no, it's not going to be heavy. Yeah, this is a opposite day apparently for the Guinea Pig Collective, and we're doing very little Transformers stuff. Dig Outlaw in the chat. What's up, Doc? I see Curtis is already slinging links. Man, this guy doesn't stop. He is a machine. He is a machine. Always promoting everybody's stuff. Curtis, don't ever change, buddy, man. You are awesome. Guy is awesome. Snort a poop is Cuber. What's up, man? Hello, humans and other critters. What's going on, man? I hope that you're doing well. Of course, Curtis still dropping links out there. Appreciate that, man. And I'm sure everybody that's in the chat that's getting the benefit of you slinging them links appreciates it as well. I think I'm all caught up with all the people that are currently in the chat that are saying hi. And yeah, I guess it is time to get started. Well, hold on. I better take that comment down, huh? Yeah. Let's take that down. We don't need that up while we're getting ready to be a happy opposite day. I know there is an opposite day. I just forget when it's supposed to be. But let's go ahead and we're going to get this pig started. And I'm going to do something different. And yeah, once again, it's not going to be Transformers. It's going to be digging into something that's a little bit older. We're going to be digging into something interesting. And guys, I hope you like these. As always, I'm going to show a segment. We're going to stop in between, talk a little bit about it before we move on to the next topic. And hopefully by then, Vinnie and Trina will be getting in. And guys, here we go. Guys, what's going on is we're hanging out with Mr. Eternally Fluffy, Mr. Indy, the archaeological pig. And what are we looking at today? We are looking at some old school Tootsie toys. These ones actually range in dates from roughly around 1955 to probably the 1960s. So a lot of these, I know this one in particular was listed as 55, and this one, and I believe this is 55. A few of them are 55, a few of them are a little bit later. But yeah, most of these were all made in the USA, and most of them are stamped Chicago on the bottom as well. I was talking about these stamped cars a while ago, and now's the time to bring them out, because Indy was like, hey man, where's the archaeological pig videos, right? Right, Indy? So old school metal stamped cars. Guys, you remember these ones? Indy is looking on as we are taking a look at some more Tootsie toy stamped vehicles. Now at this point, Tootsie actually started stamping these vehicles and making them much larger, and they were actually putting a lot more plastic parts on everything, where the original ones were just small metal stamped vehicles. Now this green truck, the darker green, or should I say the Jeep trucks, and this little buggy, they're all stamped 69. Yet these three over here have no stamp dates whatsoever, so I'm assuming they're either 69 or maybe 70. But either way, these are pretty cool old school toys. Not really broken. The paint's of course worn off on them, but I do believe the buggy is missing a front bumper. But yeah, had these ones forever. Guys, do you remember the Tootsie toys? Yeah, man.
I love those old school ones. Those old school ones that look like you need a tetanus shot after playing with them.
Yeah.
You know, all scraped up.
They were super simple though. I mean, you know what? They survived this long, and you know what? I still enjoy looking at those things. I haven't found all of them though. But yeah, those metal ones like that, if you weren't careful and you left them outside, they would rust, since they were just a stamped metal. Because I'm not 100% sure if they were die cast or just like stamped maybe tin or something. That I don't recall. But I know that I did see some rust on one of them, like it was right around the wheelbase. So
yeah, I used to have the big Tonka stuff, the fucking the dump truck. The thing was rusty as hell, and boy did it have sharp corners.
Mm-hmm. Oh, some of those old school toys like that, most definitely. Oh, what's up, Steeg? Steeg's in the house. Trina's collecting Smurfs now. Thank you, Chaos. Did I see her? Yeah, there's Trina. Trina's in the chat. Trina, why ain't you up here? You already got a link. It was sent directly to you. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on now. I have one of those. I don't remember which one. Yeah, well, a lot of them look very similar. But yeah, I've got an ass load more of them somewhere. It's just, yeah, they all got separated when I brought them back from my father's house. So they didn't all wind up in the same crates, because as I found them is when I started packing them up and putting them away. So a lot of things got separated into an ass load of different crates on the way back. But Curtis, yeah, okay, yeah, I had some stamp cars. See, I was talking about that the one day, and nobody was really familiar with it. Things were cool though. I enjoyed them. How much lead paint on those cars? Can you do the lick test? I don't know. Yeah, probably stamped with lead, maybe. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these things were all tin, but I mean, it could have been steel stamped, and that would make sense, you know, if they were steel stamped, because a lot of that stuff was pretty heavy. There goes Trina.
What up, Trina?
What's up, guys?
You completely missed that link I sent you. What up, Curtis? Yeah. I thought that's what you were talking about, but couldn't remember fully. Yeah, but you know what? It's fun to take a trip down memory lane. Did you catch the stamped steel cars, Trina?
No, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, well, don't worry. There'll be something else later in the show, and it's basically the same thing as the cars. What's up, Gap? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So let me play the second one for the toy cars that I'm going to be showing off. Heavy toy car centric day for me, Trina. I'm doing reverse day, so very little Transformers and something else entirely. Just completely wrecking the script on this one. But guys, here we go. What was that?
I said, sounds good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something smart to me. I was like waiting for it. I was like, because I was being a smart ass about the Smurf stuff again. But guys, here we go with my second offering. I'm going to pass it off to Slasher having issues again. I'll be passing off to somebody else. So here we go with my second offering for you on today's Collectible Past. Mr. Big and Fluffy, and he's getting a little bit of time on the table, showing off his assets. Indy, you are one big pig. You're so magnanimous. and we are absolutely thrilled here at the Collective to have you as our archaeological pig. But let's check out what else Indy is going to be involved in showing off today, right, Indy? Now, here we go. So, from Aviva, made in Japan, United Syndicates, we have Charlie Brown on a Kunat tractor. The little gear shifter right here actually does move up and down. But yeah, 1950. Like, this thing looks phenomenal for its age. So let's zoom in a little bit on him. Like, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. I just can't believe that this thing is in such good shape after all these years. Do you guys remember seeing any of these Peanuts mini vehicles that they put out back in the day?
Very
What
cool.
a fuzzy little thing. I can't believe when I pulled that one out, because I have a couple of those. So I have the Snoopy, and he comes with a little dune buggy that's got like a surfboard on top. It says Snoopy on it, and it's got him behind the wheel. And I had the Charlie Brown, and I know I had at least one other one, but the Snoopy one's in pretty decent shape, but nowhere near as good as this one. This one, like, I'm telling you, it looks immaculate. Like, I can't believe how perfect that thing is. When I looked on the bottom and seen the stamp date of 1950, I was like, holy shit. Really? 1950 and it looks that good? I have ones from the 80s that don't look as good as that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So did you just happen to find that in one of your bins?
Yeah. So I was just going through one of the random bins that I pulled out of the garage as I was looking for things to, put up and sell, try to, feed the damn pigs. But as I was going through crates out in the garage, I ran across this one, and it was just filled with like all these different die-cast cars and a few other trinkets and everything. But yeah, that was sitting in there, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, they were all well wrapped up, because it's kind of like the same thing if I mail somebody something. If I buy something and send it, whether they paid me or whether I'm just sending a gift, I package it for war, as I say. And that's what I did with everything I brought back from my dad's house. It all got a little bit of bubble wrap around it, a little bit of shrink, so nothing would happen to it. And yeah, it's safe and sound when it got here when I unwrapped it. So
Nice.
wonder if Indy uses hairspray. No, Indy's all natural, man. He is one big ass pig, though. Holy crap! No other pig fills out that freaking little table thing like he does.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he is. Holy shit, man. It is possible he may get a little bigger too. It's possible.
Wow.
Curtis, completely agree. Good detail for something from the 50s. And where a lot of those 50s things, they didn't have as much detail, or they were just all metal stamped. They used a lot of plastic in that one, but the way they did it and the plastic they use it's phenomenal looking. What up, Lurch?
What's up, Lurch?
Yeah, so he says, I saw lots of that type of stuff. I just don't remember all of them. And that's stuff that you haven't seen in many years, or stuff maybe you only vaguely seen, and it gets a little bit difficult to remember. Once again, it's one of the things I like to do on the show. It's not just all the new stuff. It's a lot of the old stuff too. Because if we're not looking back on some of the stuff that was actually a lot of fun, where are we going to understand what we need to take cues from moving forward? Or at least some of these companies need to take cues from moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and the title of the show is Collectable Past, so it's toys from the past.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know. I know Slasher said he was having a few issues with his laptop. He'll get back as soon as he can. We can continue on without him. I don't know where Vinnie is. Maybe he's getting some Bologna. He's not buying you AAA batteries for your new acquisition, is he?
No, I don't need batteries.
It plugs into the wall?
My toy does not need electricity at all.
One pig to rule them all, one pig to find them, but I don't know how you can find them. Well, Indy's not a problem. You can find him anyway. Yeah, I know. Slasher keeps having problems. If it's not the laptop, it's his mouse. If it's not the mouse, it's the camera. It's just a never-ending nightmare. Were you bringing anything to the table today, Trina? Or did you want to wait a little bit?
I would rather wait.
Okay, not a problem. So one of the other things that I actually did dig out of that crate is something it's not car related this time. So it's just like odds and ends stuff that I found. And it's one of the things that I keep finding in a lot of these different crates. Like all this stuff that I wound up packaging, I was like just trying to squeeze as much things protected as I could into crates and make sure that I filled up all the spaces that I could. So some of the oddball stuff wound in with all these miniature cars. And one of them I've been looking for a while because I have the other half, and I will say it in this clip right here. But guys, let me know what you think about this. Sometimes when I'm going through these toy bins, sometimes I come across some stuff that's, although it's kind of toy related, it is not a toy. So I found this old picture. It shows some of my old Transformers lined up on the floor right there. That was like the early collection before they really got expansive. But there was a few of the early ones. Gridlock destroy. And then we had found the Free Sergeant Slaughter action figure. So there's that right there. The little clip piece that you would actually send in. Can't believe that we still had one of those. Also found a part of one of the old G.I. Joe catalogs right here. It was just a section of it. I know I have the rest of this somewhere else, so I can finally piece this damn thing back together. This is from like the early stuff too. I think this was from the 82 line. Yes, it was from the first wave. Also found the instructions for the droid factory that I have in the back. Located in a completely different location. So I got the original instructions for the droid factory again. Then I found these. Now you guys remember the old LGN Superstars. So a few of them came with these little posters. So this one was Main Event Tonight Wrestling Superstars Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. That's pretty cool. And then besides that, we also had another one. I believe, I want to say that this came with the toys, but I'm not 100% sure. But we got a little fold out of the Smurfs from Payo. And I found that absolutely hilarious considering what we were talking about on Tuesday, that I happened to come across that and I must have laughed for a good half hour.
That's awesome.
Time Profit, could you get solar powered Smurfs? A collectible photo, yeah. I was actually kind of surprised that I had that photo.
It's in good condition too.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff was like even the blueprints for the droid factory. Yeah, because in the droid factory you could build R2-D2 and a bunch of other like nondescript droids. But yeah, I was actually surprised like how good a condition all that stuff was. 2 1976 editions of the Fantastic Four. That is awesome. Not gay EW wrestling. Trina's favorite. Oh no, just joking. Just joking. Updated his channel. Did you get new clips? I always get new clips, buddy. There's always something new going on with my channel. Always. You know, it never stays exactly the same. I'm always adding something new all the damn time. It's just the way it is. You know, Trina with pizza and the pigs. It's a beautiful thing. There's always something new being updated here. But Slasher, you back, man? Did you want to go?
Yeah. No, sorry, the stupidity is not stopping when the stuff happens. It just decided to update itself in the middle of friggin' streaming. But yeah, I got a $5 bin at one of my local places. Commando Spawn from the OG McFarlane line. One of the very first McFarlane figures. He's missing a couple things, but hey, he was $5.
What did he come with? A few extra guns?
Yeah, he came with another oversized gun like this. He has a boot knife, and he's got holes in the head here, so he came with some sort of visor, like headset visor. But I think it looks cool. I like the OG McFarlane ones.
Yeah, before they start breaking and falling apart.
And yeah, I got something else on the game back here. Boom.
Holy crap.
A giant gold Cyclops.
That's got to, what is that, 11 or 12 inch?
I don't know. I don't have a ruler. But I'd say he's about as, he's probably taller than those LJN wrestlers. I'd say he's a bit taller. $20 in the local place. I was like, why not?
That's pretty cool. And he's got a little bit of articulation in him too. I see.
Yeah. His head looks a little weird though.
Yeah, it is kind of odd.
Yeah, he's got like a shaped like sloth from the Goonies type head. Yeah, it's an X-Men figure, so I'll buy it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I love the Toy Biz. I love all the Toy Biz X-Men shit.
Hey, what up, Scrambles? That is actually, considering the joints that one has, that is a pretty cool piece. Because you remember, like the earlier ones, they were basically like the big giant Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 12-inch figures, where it's just like a Kenner toy. It was just the arms, the legs kind of turned sideways, and the head might move. We have a Wolverine in the back like that, and it's just all collapsible. It could easily get crushed because it's not solid. Like
one of my friends had the Venom figure like that. The first Venom figure they put out, that the oversized one.
It wasn't that they were bad. They were just they were kind of cheaply made.
They had wrestling figures like that too. Did you ever see the Hulk Hogan they had, where you could actually bend his arms and his legs?
Yes. It's one that they made him look super beefy.
Weren't they? Yeah, and they were way bigger than the LJN ones, I think.
Oh yeah, they were huge. Like I want to say that they were around like that 11, 12-inch range. They were giant. Because I mean, the LJN ones, they were probably like what, about 8 inches tall or so.
Yeah, it was. I think it was depending on the figure. Like Mr. Fuji wasn't going to be as tall as Big John Studd.
Right. More articulation by oh Jesus, they fall over like they're already starting. That's why it's a great slogan. That's pretty hilarious. That is a pretty cool piece, man. Did you look into it to see if they had a bunch more in that lineup?
Yeah, well, I've seen they had a whole X-Men set, but that was even before I found this figure in the store. Like one random day, just looking on eBay at what even like looking for figures that I missed back in the day. Somebody had a whole friggin' set. They had a lot of. I think they had all the X-Men figures like this. Like there was a Sabretooth, there was a Magneto.
That's pretty cool. Well, and going in the opposite direction, I'm going to be showing something later for you. That's
cool.
X-Men related. So yeah,
awesome.
I found something that goes in the complete opposite direction because I know like a while ago I showed off the little metal figurines that they had. Like I had a Sabretooth one.
I have a couple of those metal figures, but none of. I think the only X-Men one I have of the metal figures is Mojo.
Okay. They should make a oh no! You guys are killing me. Well, I'm going to go again because we don't want Trina to explode too soon. We don't need her smurfing all over the screen before it's time. So, guys,
God.
This is going to be my one and only Transformers offering today. So this is it. It's the only one. So I'm going to get into it. This is a two-parter. This is a figure that I didn't pick up that long ago, and like I'm going to say in these clips, I did pick it up on discount, and I was a bit disappointed. I don't think I was as disappointed as the Starscream ones that I picked up, but this one was still a bit disappointing. So here we go.
welcome back as we are hanging out with Dark Helmet, the lord of the sci-fi and the new Transformers pig, as he has taken over for Jumper. Of course, you know what that means. Today is the day that he's going to be reviewing another Transformers figure with us, right, Helmet? And here we go. From Studio Series, Transformers Game Edition, Transformers War for Cybertron, we have Sideswipe. Another one I've had in the back for a little bit, waiting to get this review. With all the problems that we've had here at the Collective, it has taken some time to get back into action, but here we go with a review of this figure. Got this one fairly cheap. It was actually discounted quite a bit. I think it was even knocked down to like $17 from the $25 price point. That was at Target. Now, granted, that was a while ago. Whether or not you can still find this one at Target for that price, it's a possibility. I would definitely keep your eyes out. But let's go ahead and get this one out of the package and take a look at it. And here we go with Sideswipe right out of the packaging. I do not like the way the bottom of these legs look. They look cheap. And here's the thing. There are absolutely no rockers in this. None. I mean, you got a little bit of pivot right there. Part of transformation, no rock whatsoever. So already you're limited in the possibility you can perform in this thing. He's got a decent knee joint. He's got a turn right there, and he's got a little bit of movement up here at the hip. A decent amount of kick out and almost full fan dams on this guy as well. That's not bad. It does have a little bit of waist turn. The kiblets in the back kind of get in the way, so you gotta move it a little bit. But he does have a decent waist turn. The arms move up a fair amount. Stops right here because of this piece. Don't like that. The turn ain't bad. Does have a bicep cut. Got a decent movement right there. No turn in hands whatsoever. Part of transformation. They didn't put anything in there. That's another miss right there. Head movement. A little bit of tilting and rocking. No really looking up. There's another huge miss already. I just don't understand how they're absolutely flubbing it so much on some of these Gamer Edition toys. This is horrible.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Man, I really need to be more conscious about where my arm gets in front of that damn camera. But no rockers on a modern figure. No rockers on those feet. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how did they even release something like that? Nobody? Anything? Bueller?
No. They always do stupid stuff with a lot of figures. No, I don't know how they release certain things.
It's absurd. Like, Trina, take for example, if you were to pick up a modern day NECA figure that was, especially if it was an Ultimate, and they had no rockers in that feet, tell me you wouldn't be irritated beyond all means.
Yeah, that would be absolutely stupid to have. Well, I would consider that no articulation.
Right, because once again, that limits where you can move the legs.
Yeah. So it's just a statue, basically, at that point.
Yep. And that was like my first major gripe. Of course, there's a few more gripes on this one, but like, yeah, that feet thing really pissed me off. That's something that they were doing like early 2000s, where they had the feet kind of angled a little bit, so they kind of get a singular pose with their feet stretched out. And oh yeah, you could bend the knees, but if you bend the knees this way and you bend the leg out, you got to make sure you get the other one just right so he kind of sits and doesn't rock and fall over like that. No, that especially for a modern figure. This is supposed to be an improved version over the old War for Cybertron figures that they did a while back. And with articulation like that down the bottom of the feet, you are absolutely missing me.
Yeah, well, then we have a theme tonight with bad feet, because the Wolfman figure that I reviewed for tonight. I'll show you the feet and why I have a problem with it.
Remember a lot of the Ninja Turtle figures had stupid ways that their feet were? Like, remember, like, certain characters, one of their feet would be on their tiptoes, but the other foot would be flat.
Same thing with Shredder. The foot soldier. It was the same damn thing. Yeah, and that was just so dumb because if you didn't position a certain way, they would never stand. As a matter of fact, I think it was two of the turtles had feet that were like,
the turtles had funky ass feet like that,
and then the other two were just like flat-footed, but like spread out or something. Yeah, just absolutely dumb. Well, I'm going to play the second half of this Transformer figure review, and I really don't get much happier as I get through this thing, and it really is sad because overall it looks like Sideswipe from the game. That's why I played a couple of short video game clips. But like, holy shit, man! Like flubbing like the way they did, and it was just like the Starscream Studio Series Gamer Edition for War for Cybertron. Absolutely a shit figure. It was absolute garbage. I got that one a hell of a lot cheaper than I got this one with the discounts because this one was 25, knocked down to about 17, maybe even 15. The Starscream was definitely knocked down to 17 from 35, so it was a lot bigger of a discount. But even then, it was barely worth a $17 price tag because it was so bad with so many loose joints and things that don't port in. And this guy is very similar. So let's go ahead. We'll play the second one. We'll give final thoughts on this Studio Series Gamer Edition Sideswipe.
We now return to the Transformers.
As far as posability, you just don't realize how much not having rockers on the figure absolutely limits what you could do with it as far as posability. There is really not a lot you can do with this guy because if you try to flare his legs way out, since they don't rock or anything, he's unbalanced. I mean, it's just like, this is just terrible. Like, why would they even put out a modern toy with absolutely no rocks whatsoever in it? Ugh, shit, Hasbro. Much like some of the other War for Cybertron ones, you can actually port the arm unit off and put the gun directly on like you've seen in the video game. That's pretty cool, but yeah, trying to get this thing into a decent looking pose, pretty horrible. They also had this piece included in there as extra fluff, and I think this is just part of the car mode. Once again, just throwing that in there because I'm pretty sure that this is not going to get in the way of transformation. Just throw it in there as extra fluff. Let's see what other poses we can possibly get him in before we get him transformed. My number one gripe that newer figures can't get into a kneeling position. When this one doesn't even come close to even getting into a real kneeling position. This looks like absolute shit. Another thing I want to mention as I've been getting this thing, these two side pieces, they just keep popping back off. They don't stay ported on very well at all. So the minute you start moving these things around, these keep popping loose. Like, just absolute shit, Hasbro. So after a very hot minute, I finally got this thing transformed into his Cybertronian car mode. And I gotta be honest, I am not overly impressed with this thing. A lot of these pieces just don't port in properly, so you get these weird gaps in here. This shit just will not snap together the way it should. The extra piece does wind up sitting on a little port and it snaps down in place, so I think it will get in the way of transformation at the end. Once again, just really fucking lazy engineering on this thing. You can take his gun, and it's supposed to port in the top, and then it can port there. So you can kind of get his weapon port at the top. Overall, this is really it's just mediocre gaps and everything. You got this weird back end like this. It's just lazy. Overall, lazy. Anyway, guys, the best I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. This is not worth the time if you're trying to collect these things. It's just piss poor. Hasbro, you suck. And anyway, guys, that is all we have on this one. What did you think of our assessment of this figure? You think we were spot on? You think we were harsh? Be sure to let Dark Helmet know what you thought about this one. Later, y'all.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Yeah. So I was starting to get a little fed up. I didn't get quite as mad as I did with the Starscream one, but yeah, oh my God. Yeah, Hasbro. And it absolutely kills me, Lurch, because sometimes they get it so right, and then within the same wave of figures that are releasing, they will get it so wrong. It baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was an absolute fail.
I'm just so disappointed with that. I mean, because it looked great. Like, and that's one of the things. Like anybody who's played that High Moon Studios game from Hasbro for the War for Cybertron, that the characters look awesome in that video game. They gave a lot of nods to the G1 stuff throughout the entire game, and it was really nice to see more modern representations, and a few of them have been stellar. Like the Megatron one has been it was a knock. That was absolutely, they knocked it out of the park. The Prime one, really well done as well. Starscream, fail. Sideswipe, fail. And Cliff Jumper, which really disappointed me because, well, Cliff Jumper here at the Collective. That really disappointed me that was such a huge fail. And that one kept falling apart. Like pieces were falling off it as I was transforming. And I just nope, went right back to the store. Not even going to deal with it. It just really is sad that they're not putting as much care and attention into the details of some of these figures throughout the entire line. It just seems like select ones, like, okay, we're going to do a stellar job on this one, and we're going to go the lazy route in this one, and we're going to have our I don't know, they're sad hirings, like the guy who was probably, I don't know, choking down a few hot dogs behind a pizza shop, but they're not really hot dogs. They hired that guy to work on these.
Sucking down chili dogs behind what was it?
A pizza shop.
In the song, the oh man, I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
Just it's absolutely pathetic. It really just made me sick with it. But I'm almost at the halfway mark. So if you want, I can go again, or unless Slasher wanted to go.
Yeah, whatever you guys.
Oh no, Trina joined me. Trina, you should go.
Okay. All right.
Right?
I'll go. Sure.
I mean, if unless Tommy wants to go ahead.
Well,
first.
that's what I was going to say, and it was up to her. Like I can go again,
Yeah.
and then she can come in at the right after the halfway mark, because I did create a new segment for the halfway mark. It's not a completed segment yet. It's something new that I'm working on, because apparently I just can't stop doing this to myself and adding new segments to the show. So I create even a bigger mess for myself. You want to wait to the halfway mark, Trina?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a couple more here. So I got two more show offs with the metal cars, and then we'll hit our commercial break. And then Trina, you're up on deck. And then Slasher, if you want to go again after that, you're more than welcome.
Oh yeah, I got more figures to show up.
Okay, cool. Hopefully Vinnie joins us by then. Hopefully. I hope nothing bad is happening. And if it is, thoughts and prayers, Vinnie. I hope nothing bad's happening. I hope you're able to jump in with us. But here we go with some more of those old school die-cast cars. So continuing on with the old collectible cars, we got some old Matchbox right here. 1970, 70, 71. That's a 71 as well. Then we got 1972 with this little tow truck. He did have little hooks on the back end, which unfortunately have gone missing. Little tractor from 72. We had this truck right here, this from 73, and it had like an animal or something on the back. And the same thing with the tank was 73. So these ones are really interesting. And you roll them and you can see the turret moving just a little bit. And on the back of this, the little pegs underneath as the wheels turn actually move. And it had an animal or something on the back that moved with it. I forget what they called these ones. This was the wildlife truck, and it was part of the Roto-Matics. Pretty cool old Matchbox toys. And we got some more old Matchbox right here. We got the old MiG-21. This one was from 73. We got this little plane. I forget what this one was called. This one is called the Ramrod. He was from 75. We got a Scoop construction vehicle from 76. We got a Swamp vehicle with an artillery guy from 78. We got a locomotive from 78. And we got a couple of race cars from the late 80s as part of Matchbox. I think the only one that did anything, I think this one had a pop-up hood, but these things would always stick
Like, I can't seem to get that up without messing with it too much. Of course, this guy had articulating, and the swamp guy, of course, had the little propeller on the back end.
That boat, I love that shit.
Yeah, the little swamp thing. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the front end of the gun apparently must have got broken off the way my
Yeah,
dad
I
had
noticed
thrown it into
that.
the
But
boxes.
still awesome.
For the age that a
And
lot of those things.
that tank from the first ones you showed, I like that. I mean, I liked all of them, but those are my favorites. I get
Yeah,
the
those-
army vehicles are my favorite.
Those rotomatics are really cool. Like I messed with the tank on the plane BattleBot table and like rolled it, and the turret moves a lot more than it does on that little spin round. But yeah, the other one that had the pickup truck where it had an animal in the back, a wildlife or whatever the hell it was. That one spins really well. So I'm kind of surprised that they are still in fairly good condition. I know Papa said he had the tractor. That big purple tractor. That one was in excellent shape too. What's going on, Draven? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Draven? What's up, Tony? What's up, Lurch?
Hey guys.
Watch the president make a fool of himself. He does it all the time. Looks like a Lotus 7 in a Mini. Front axle's all bent to shit. Yeah, some of them that will happen too. It's all the way you store those things too. That's why it was always really good if you can get those Matchbox cases, which I had an ass load of them. But once again, my dad did the stupid thing and took the plastic trays out of them and would put them in a box and then pile stuff on top of it and broke the damn Matchbox boxes because they got flattened and ripped. Like, what was he freaking thinking? Yeah, remember, kids, don't put guinea pigs in a microwave. Damn it. Monotony, what's up, man? Hello, my wonderful priceless friends. Priceless?
Tony.
Priceless. That's probably the best compliment I heard all day. But I got one more, and then we're going to run into a commercial break. And then, Trina, you're up on deck, and you get to go off about these feet, like these Brie Larson feet that you're talking about.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Andy, what are you doing, buddy? This isn't the Dial of Pig Destiny. Anyway, Indy's getting ready to show off some more old school stuff. He's taking part in it again. Indy, we are just rolling with the old school stuff today, and we're going to be showing off some more small collectible cars from a bunch of different sets. So Indy says, Daddy, it's time to get out of here. I need a treat. You handle the rest of this. All right, Indy, you have more than earned your fair share of treats. So guys, here we go. Let's look at some more miniature collectible cars. And here we have some Corgi mini vehicles. So we got the little orange Airbus. Unfortunately, two of the prop blades are broken off. And then we got a couple of military vehicles. I forget exactly what year these came out. These were all made in Great Britain from Corgi. But they're in pretty good shape, all except the Airbus and this broken propeller. Here we go with another company that was making Play Arts. So we just got this nondescript car. Then we've got the Batmobile with Batman and Robin. Unfortunately, the windshield did get cracked. But everything else is there on him, unbroken, so tires all there. And then we had this little dump truck. Now, I know I've had this one since at least the 70s, and I think I've had this Batmobile since then as well. So I had a little tilt back, and the scoop would fall out of the back end. It was really cool. Pretty neat stuff that they were doing back in the day, all metal, except for some of the few plastic parts on it. But yeah, these things were built to last. We got another one right here, an oddball piece. This is dated 1970s, and it's from Structo, USA. We got the little two-wheeled hot rod roller. These things are not going for much on the secondary market. You would think something as odd as that, and it's pretty heavy with all the die cast that's sitting on the bottom. It's got a ton. That whole big plate, this big heavy plate on the bottom is like all heavy die cast, so it's definitely got some weight. Not really worth a whole lot, but pretty interesting design, the little hot rod designs that they were making for these things.
Yeah, that's surprising. You'd think something like that would be coveted on like eBay.
Yeah, and they really weren't worth a whole lot, and I was like kind of shocked. Like even like the Batmobile. Yeah, Time Prop said he had a Batmobile very similar to that. Like that one on the secondary market is very odd. The pricing that you see on that kind of shit. Like sometimes it's valued at nothing, and then other times you see somebody asking for a few $100s for the damn thing. So I mean, the pricing is very odd. But I will say, when I was researching more about the Batman, like what they were selling them for, apparently, and I don't really recall it, but the Batman and Robin can easily come out of that Batmobile. And yeah, mine are still sitting in there, and I don't remember mine ever falling out. And the other thing is, I thought that thing came out in like 1970. It's actually listed as 1966, so it's slightly older than I thought it was.
Oh wow, cool.
But yeah, so there's some more of those interesting cars, and Papa, you got to be loving this. You're always talking about you want to see more of those freaking cars like that. What's up, DJ Play Nice? Good to see you, man. Whee! A unicorn pig. Jesus, he is like a fantastical beast. He's so huge.
Mm-hmm. He's
And
a big boy.
And Papa says, I don't care about a woman's feet. I'm not a weirdo. Why do you like Brie Larson? She's all feet and nothing else, Papa. I don't understand it. But we're going to go ahead, and we're just about the halfway segment of everything that I brought to the table, which I know my panelists usually have a lot more. Hopefully, Vinnie makes it. Once again, I hope nothing bad has happened. I haven't heard from him. So we're going to get into our commercial break, and then Trina's going to get into a discussion of why she hates feet on werewolves. Stay tuned for that.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I was sitting in the back in the toy room, taking a look at some of the stuff that got back up here on the wall. We got the head of Bumblebee, who was in a toy break, a legit toy break, and we got the eraser that's an Orco that had to put the big giant O on. Of course, we got Gizmo Mogwai from the LJN. And as I was digging through, Trina, this one is for you. No, we got some Smurfs. I found a few more Smurfs in the crate when I was digging through all the miniature car boxes. So there's a few more Smurfs to continue that wonderful conversation that we had the other day on Guinea Pig Collective Live. Guys, did you collect any of the old Payo Smurfs?
Now, back to our program.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Those G.I. Joe miniatures are awesome.
Yeah, I think I showed them off once before. That was a pretty cool die-cast set. That was another one that's a more modern release, but yeah, I got it for a good price. But yeah, like those little freaking Smurfs, like the Smurf
I
that
think I
is a
have
cowgirl.
one left. I had a couple when I was younger. I think I have one left.
I just looked at my Batmobiles, Corgi made in Great Britain from 1976. Okay, yeah. I know there was a couple different years that they did it, and mine is not date stamped. And from what I understand, the ones that weren't date stamped are actually 1966. What's going on, Soul Assassin? Aha, Smurfs. Okay.
This is cool. So this is the one that. Yeah, this is one that Time Prophet sent to me in the DMs. Yeah, I love this. This is, oh man, I'd love to find this.
Cap, after last time, I will never look at Smurfs the same way again. Oh, DJ Play Nice. I have a pile of California raisins and probably a dozen Smurfs. Can't believe I'm saying that in public. Here's another oddball one. We only had one or two of them, I think, tops, but we actually had a couple of Snorks as well.
Oh, Snorks, yeah.
She's cute. I'd smash. Oh, okay.
The Snorks, you mean secondhand Smurfs, the hand-me-down Smurfs?
I didn't mind it. I didn't think the show was bad, but yeah, like everybody was making those damn things after Payo came out with those Smurfs. I mean, the most interesting thing is like over there in the UK and places like that, what they call petrol stations, because they don't call them gas stations. They were giving them away with a free tank.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you'd get one for every free tank. So that was pretty interesting. And then I guess they decided, hey, we could sell these, make a lot of money, and yeah, it just went from there. It just became a hit, and of course, it got a cartoon series. They had comic books for it, like all that stuff. I mean, Smurfs were huge.
Cereal.
Yeah. Yep. And then of course more recently the movies. So, but Trina, it is all you now. The moment we've been waiting for. We want to hear about these furry, terrible feet.
All right.
Now, just to be sure, we're not talking about a loved one or something, right?
No. Okay, let me see. All right, let me get past this beginning. Yeah. Okay, so this is the color version of The Wolfman by NECA. And yeah, I love the box art, so I wanted to show you guys this. NECA did a great job with the Universal Monsters, the box art.
Well, that was one of the things I really did like about a lot of the box art that they did with these things is they actually borrowed very heavily from some of the old school movie posters for a lot of them.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a shot of the inside of the box and everything. Okay, so yeah, so now we'll get into the review. And okay, so yeah, he comes with, okay, so first we'll just do the details. So I love the eyes on this. I think they did a great job in his facial details. Yeah, his eyes, like there's life to his eyes. That was impressive. And yeah, his hands and everything, those look great. The only thing I didn't like about his overall look was that I don't like the shininess of the shirt. Kind of wish that he was more of a matte figure, but yeah. So his feet, all right. So his wolf feet, they do look cool and everything, and there is articulation, but I feel like they should have made the toes articulate, because there's a hole for the disc that you can stand them on, but I don't know. I had a hard time getting him to stand even with that. I feel like if there was like a articulated point in the toes, it would have been easier to make him stand. So I don't really understand that decision. And it shows later in the video that he actually falls, so he needs a stand. But yeah, he's got pretty good articulation in his arms and everything. No problem. Everything everything felt good. It was tight and symmetrical, so that was all good. Yeah, so upper body is good. Not too much articulation in his waist. I that was a little bit of a surprise as well.
Well, I know the glow in the dark one I had, it did have some movement, but yeah, it did seem a little bit more restrictive than say Frankenstein did.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like that's about all you can do with him. Just kind of twist him a little bit. But I do like the way they did the pelvic area, how it just blends in and just looks like a pair of pants. And yeah, like his legs, that's as far as his legs articulate, which I thought was kind of odd for a wolf figure,
Yeah, you would assume that they would have gave more movement, and I do agree with you as far as the toes, because you think of like somebody who's a wolf man who's going to be more like dog-like in the way that they move, that they're going to be bending on, going up on their tippy toes, almost like the hindquarters are bending back a little bit when they're walking.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would assume that they would have put that in there. But I mean, as far as the glow in the dark one, I didn't have much problem standing mine. So I don't know if maybe they changed the mold a little bit when they did the glow in the dark one, because I didn't have much issue standing them.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, like right there he looks fine, but yeah, he ends up tipping over. But yeah, this is an alternate face and I mean alternate head and yeah, I think they did good with the details on his face. Yeah, see there he is. He just tipped over. Um so yeah, that's a huge minus for me with this figure. Which is a disappointment because I love Wolfman. Um I would say him and Frankenstein are my favorites. But yeah, I mean the details are fantastic. You can see all the texture in his fur and everything. Um, and then his alternate head, like this was I thought was awesome looking. The eyes are they just really did a great job with the eyes.
And
Yeah.
see, and that's where you were talking about the gloss on the shirt. They put it in the eyes, and that's where it needed to be, not so much the shirt. Hey, what's up, Vinny?
Hey guys,
Hey, Vinny.
I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't know we were going on at 7:30.
What's up, man?
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing, Slasher?
I had forgotten too. But then yeah, I saw the message and I was like, oh yeah, we did decide on that.
I don't know when that was.
Vinny. Bologna.
Yeah, we'll have to talk afterwards because I have no idea where the hell you guys had this conversation.
We all had this conversation.
I don't think I was present.
Yep, you were.
I do not remember.
It's okay. You're here now, so and that's
I'm
good.
here now.
Yep.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. What's going on, Lion Ratton?
2 kneecaps. Lead pipe to the back of the head.
And I did see somebody else had mentioned the hair sculpt on there.
Yeah.
Where was there? It is.
Yeah, they did a killer job.
Yeah.
His likeness is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did a great job with his fur looks very realistic, and his eyes. Those were the two things that really stood out to me about this figure. But yeah, overall, I don't know about it. But yeah, let me see. Okay, so I'll just keep this going. And yeah, I mean, this face, like, he looks awesome. I kind of wish I got 2 so I could have one in his wolf form and one in his human form.
Mm-hmm.
And then here are his human feet. And he stands fine with these, obviously, because they're flatter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so easier
And
to
the
balance.
peg hold is a little bit further back. One thing I will say about these peg holes with some of these figures, I really do hate when they put it all the way at the heel. They need to come in just a little bit, because I've run into that problem with a couple of the Transformers where they put the peg hole so far back in the back of the heel that depending on how the feet are sitting or how you lean the figure, it won't stay on a peg base. It wants to still fall backwards out of it. Like it needs to be moved in a little bit, not to the center of the foot, but towards the front half of that heel instead of the back half.
Yeah, it definitely needs to match like where the center of his gravity is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I think the reason why they did it is because there's more plastic on the back end. If you see how the shape of it goes. Because if they do it a little closer, near the front of the heel, you're gonna have a problem where it's gonna be a shallow peg hole. You can't go all the way up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those hands are great too.
Yeah. They did a great job with all the the likeness is fantastic.
It is.
Yeah, looks wise, I think they did a great job. I just the gloss paint on the shirt I don't like. As far as looks goes, that's really it. And then like function, the toes should have been articulated, but yeah, this cane, I love this.
Yeah, that detail. Whew,
Yeah.
that's spot on.
Yep. Yeah, I really dug that.
I like how they did the and I forget what that type of coloring is called on the cane, where it's got like that textured layer to it.
What is that called, Vinny?
It's not embossed. No.
Like a speckled or something.
Oh, the paint itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, something like that. What was it like? I can't remember the term either. Like I said, I'm kind of juggling too many things lately.
And now on that foot trap, so I had a hard time getting him like to be able to balance with one foot on the stand and one foot in the trap. So I had to pull out one of these doll stands, which it's a drawback, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there he is with his foot in the trap. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy with how he looks, and I'm happy to have it. But I think they could have done a better job with him, the foot articulation, like with the toes.
Yeah. Well, did you get the rocker to work properly?
What do you mean by that?
In the ankle, like that swivel?
Yeah. I had no problems with his feet. His wolf form feet. They're just shaped like I feel like if they had the tip of where his toes are
A little bit longer.
Yeah, or like make it so that they can bend. Then it would have. I think he would have stood better, but yeah, it just
so the easiest way to describe it for Vinny is so he's got his front toes down like I guess like a ballerina. So he's got
I have the figure. Yeah. I'm
Mm-hmm.
well aware.
She's saying there should have been that toe articulation for that because hers is like flopping over. Like I was telling her, I didn't have that problem with my glow in the dark version. My glow in the dark version stood fine. I didn't have any issues. The mummy, I actually had a little bit harder of a time keeping standing up, and I had to use a base for him.
Okay. Yeah, I just used a circular base that they had, and I was all right with mine. It could have just been like the way that's kind of posed with the positioning, but yeah, I mean it happens with those figures too. We know feet and leg lengths are always an issue with that.
right.
Yeah, there's one. There's a review that I'm going to be showing that it wasn't so much an issue with that, but there was something definitely wrong with his leg. So
I was going to say, you suppose that they got a lot of people working over there at NECA. They have to wear the 3-inch heeled boot on one side because they got one leg longer than the other.
Yep. Yeah, I used to work with some of those guys. There was Hop Along Sally. There was Clubfoot Joe. It's crazy. I think Randy has a problem too with his legs. I could be wrong though. I don't know, it's been a minute since
You know what? They should have a rule at NECA that everybody has to work with their prosthetic boot on. This way they don't get this lean on the figures.
Right?
What's up, Keely? Keely's in the chat as well. Hope
Hey,
you're
Keely.
doing well.
Hey, Keely.
But yeah, a nice figure too. I mean, I know we've been going back and forth. Like, you prefer the color versions. Vinny, you're color too, or
yeah, I'm color too, but
your
my
brother's
brother
black and white.
Yeah, my brother's got the black and whites. The only one he doesn't have in black and white was Dracula. I was able to find one that was in color as well, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I like that one better."
And then, of course, I prefer the glow in the dark ones because that's just my thing. So,
Yeah.
but interesting. Vinny, did you want to go or?
Yeah, I'm kind of debating which one I should show first. I got 2 videos. They're about the same length. I guess it's been a sec since I came on, so let me. I'll go with the McFarlane one because it's actually 2 figures. So 1 second. Wait for this to load up. All right. So we got. Okay, I've been sitting on these things, like I said, for a couple months. because I didn't really want to showcase and all that because I was kind of done with them. But I figured let me just get these reviews out because they are actually really nice figures. We have the Batman Nightfall and the gold label Batgirl, the Cassandra Cain one. So basically, I wanted a true to fashion kind of comic book version of Batman. I didn't want a movie version. I didn't want any of that, and something that was like better proportioned. So I saw the blue and gray
I've
version.
seen this one. This one is awesome.
Yeah, I really like this one. They had the same exact figure when he was first released. It was blue and gray, and I thought the blue was way too bright. Did not like it, but I saw this one in GameStop. So yeah, they had the black one, which I guess is some kind of limited edition one or a variant that's a little harder to get. But there was one sitting there in GameStop, so I snatched it up.
Boy, does this look awesome.
Yeah, I really like this one. The shape of the head, because a lot of times McFarlane kind of goofs on the faces, but this they nailed. This is, I think, true to fashion. If you want a classic Batman figure, that's definitely comic book related, nothing attached to any movies or any shit like that. Yeah, with that cape, I noticed he started doing soft good capes, but this figure did not have it, and part of me kind of wanted that. And then after kind of doing this review, I'm like, no, this cape is way better because it goes with the cowl. Like, it looks like that kind of slick, almost latex like material that you would picture Batman like that with. So I do like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks good on this figure. I can't imagine a cloth cape on this one.
Yeah, there's some other ones which I'll be talking about. The Batgirl actually came with a cloth one, and I'll get into that. But this one was I thought it hit all the buttons it needed to. I'm not familiar with the Nightfall comic book thing, but I know it was a different artist, and I'm happy they did not go with his style at all. They went with again just a classic looking Batman. So yeah, that clean look is great. The articulation is pretty nice on him. And that face sculpt, I really like the way the face came out. So yeah, good ball joint in the head. He doesn't have to look down in a massive way. I mean, it's fine how they did it. Good tiltage, and he could look up in a pretty good amount. So not too bad there. McFarlane always does those kind of weird cup shoulder things, which you get a little bit of movement, but not too much. But he does have a ball jointed shoulder, bicep cut, the double hinge for the elbow, and his kind of standard ball joint wrist kind of peg thing. Which I'm glad that it's more flush with the forearm, because I remember this first couple of series of these things, like they had gigantic ball joints that looked retarded. But this was it was really tight since I did just open it up. But the diaphragm cut's pretty good. You get some good movement in there, some twists. He looks up in a pretty good amount with that. So not too bad there. Legs, it could have been a little bit better, but again, he's got the diaper syndrome. We always get that with those NECA figures, McFarlane ones. But it works with this one because they are like the shorts he's supposed to have anyway, so that's fine. There's really no upper thigh. He does have double joint for the knee and the ball joint with the ankle and toe articulation. So
okay, yeah, right there. See how his toes move?
Yep.
That's what I wish they had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think could have worked for Wolfman. I think they would have had to make the foot a little bit bigger though, which would have worked too. So I don't know. But this guy, I was very very surprised with this. He actually has a Batarang that is normal sized. You'll see in the back row review that what he was doing, and her freaking Batarang basically looked like a freaking shield. It was so big, so stupid. But this guy's great. Like I said, he poses wonderful. I think his proportions are pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Because McFarlane is known for doing really long legs, and you'll see that on the next figure. But they did a good job. Whoever actually was responsible for this one.
Well, you're talking about that long leg syndrome. I've seen that on a few of the figures in the '66 Batman line that he did. There was a few where the legs were just way too long.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he's known for doing that. And the first couple of lines of these figures he did, they all had gigantic legs. For some reason, like he doesn't know what a woman's proportions are either. Women don't normally have super long legs. Um, they're a little bit shorter. I mean, it's kind of like the frame and the design of a woman because of the hips and everything. You'll have supermodels that have really long legs, but for some reason he kept doing the aesthetic with all of his figures. Like they're way too long. And you can see she's kind of misproportioned because of that. But the articulation is really nice on this one, and that cape really does add to this figure in a massive way because it is also wired on the ends, just on the left and the right. Nothing down the middle or anything like that, but it is pretty good. She is a reuse of the original Barbara Gordon Batgirl that came out, I think, in their first line of figures. Yeah, Stacy Keebler, yeah, she had long legs. Again, you had they're definitely they're women. If they're ranging around 6 foot or 5'10", 5'11", yeah, they might have longer legs, but typically women are around 5'6" to the 5'8" range, typically, and yeah, their proportions are a little bit different. But for this, like Cassandra Cain, she's not supposed to be a giant, so. For what they did, it's just like reusing figures kind of pisses me off. But for what they have here, it does make sense on reusing some of those parts. But this is a gold label figure, so there's points definitely taken away for that because gold label is supposed to be again a more rare figure to get, and again, like the accessories should have been better. This is all she.
Well, it's supposed to be like their premier line.
It's supposed to be, yeah. Yeah, then they step it up to the Platinum Collector's Edition nonsense, too. So they can milk fans even more and jack up prices. But, yeah, look at how stupid this is. This looks like a garden hose coming out of a gun. This is, like, retarded. It's supposed to be a wire, not a giant hose.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, they look like a baby toy. So I'm like, that's not something I'm going to be using. It's ridiculous. I hate when they do that shit. And it looks like a regular gun. It doesn't even look like a grapnel gun. Like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And look at this. She can't hold this in her hand. What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, retarded. But those are the accessories that came with the original Batgirl. So they just use the same old shit. And that's what I mean. That's what pisses me off. Look at the difference between these. You got a normal size Batarang, and then you have something that looks like, again, it's bigger than the insignia on her chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, look. How hard was this to do if they actually used the same Batarang? Ta-da! And it would have made more sense. Morons. But, you know, that's McFarlane using cheap shit. But overall, her design is good. It's accurate to the comic books. I'm not super familiar with the girl, with her backstory, this Batgirl. But she was like a mute or something. She didn't talk. I know like in her first, I don't know, a couple of comics she was in. But, yeah, she's some blonde girl or some shit. They changed her costume design after this, but it's still not bad. Again, her head articulation is fantastic. I believe the chest piece is a new sculpt, but everything else is the same Barbara Gordon figure. So, and she was an okay figure, the Barbara one, but like I said, it's all right for what it is. They did make sure that the diaphragm cut was really nice, good movement in there. So not bad there. Yeah, accessories is definitely a massive fail, but the figure itself is pretty nice. The joints are all smooth. There's no major issues with them. And putting her on a proper stand, yeah, you could get this figure into some awesome poses. That's for sure. And this was what kind of pretty much saved the figure. The wired cape, and it's big too, so they didn't go cheap with that.
Wow.
They didn't cut it short. The thing is, you got to be careful with anything that has a wire like that, because over time that wire could snap if you mess with it too much. But again, you get super dynamic poses by doing that with the cape. So that was smart, and the material is pretty good. It doesn't I thought it'd be a little bit cheaper, but it's pretty good. So not too bad there. Overall, the character is cool. I do like it. The design's good. Like I said, accessories suck, and they should have giving her new legs. Those are kind of the two downgrades on it. But everything else is really nice. Just kind of fidgeting with her. Like, I was going to put her at a 7, but I upped her rating because she is a fun figure to mess around with. And she's in good scale with this Batman. So if you want to start building like the Bat family properly, because I know there's a bunch of Robins that they've released already, and Nightwing and all that. So you could build a proper like Bat family. And I think this is like the epitome of like, this is what they needed. They needed a strong Batman character or figure that wasn't attached to anything else, and they did it. So he gets a 9 out of 10. I have minor gripes. That's why it came down a little bit, but she went up because the cape was so good, and she is fun to pose. So overall, and they look fantastic together.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the two that I have there. I got one more review after this, but it's not related to Batman or McFarlane. So
no, pretty cool. I like the Batman too. I like the way his cape looked on that. I mean, I know the soft good one, you get a lot more movement and everything with the wire, but I like the way they do some of those molded capes like that. But it would be really cool if they could figure out a way to cross like that. Yeah, like the rubbery type material with the wire bends in them to create something that looks even better.
Oh yeah,
than just the cloth stuff.
Yep, I agree. That would be cool.
All right, what's going on? Bad Take Bojan in the house. Hello, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
But I will go again, and unless you want to go again, Slasher, while you're up, just in case.
You go ahead. I'll go after you.
All right. I'm still doing the metal cars, the miniature cars, some more of the stamp stuff that Trina had missed in the first couple clips. But here we go with a few more of these that I dug out of the crates.
Here we go with a few more. These are a few different brands. I forget what all of them are. I know this one was like Zyrig or something weird like that. But I got this weird drill thing, and I know I've had this one since at least like late 70s, early 80s. Same thing with this and the Copter and this Continental Boeing 707. This one, I believe, is a newer one. It's not even stamped whatsoever, even with a company or a manufacturing date, like a lot of these things. And it really does baffle me how some of them are stamped so well, and you can easily spot what year they are, what company they are, and other ones are very nondescript how they stamp them. So briefly, we're going to go back to Tootsie Toy. So we got this big, giant aircraft carrier. No, I've had this one for a while. The little planes that are on the top, they actually do spin around a little bit. He did have a radar dish that got broke off the top, but otherwise, this thing's in pretty good shape. That whole platform base part is one big giant sticker, and it's still sitting on there with only a little curling at this end. Like that's amazing. By now, most of these other toys with the big stickers on the top, that shit's all gone. But yeah, he's still hanging strong. One more time with Tootsie Toy and their stamped vehicles. So I did have an entire set. I think I had like 2 sets of these stamped train sets. This one, of course, is missing the little stack with the, it's supposed to be the whistle and the smokestack. Unfortunately, that is missing on him. But I don't even know where the rest of the cars are. They're probably in the back in another crate, stuffed away somewhere. But I do have 2 sections of this train set. And unfortunately, this guy only hooks up to the coal car. And then all these can jump off the coal car. But pretty interesting. Here we go with some more of these. There's a few of these, like this Pepsi truck who has the opening doors. He doesn't have any stamp date or company name. This one is by Zertmeg or something like that. I know this one is from the 70s. A bunch of these are Yetmeg as well. But yeah, there wasn't nothing really special about them. This Kenworth truck. Then these two literally have no point or origin whatsoever. I think these ones are a little bit newer, probably like 90s or something. But there we go with some of the more nondescript mini vehicles.
Those are cool. I love those trains.
That's what the stamped cars, like the original stamped cars from like 55 looked like. They were just like that. They were hollow on the bottom. They just got the metal wheel peg that goes through the middle. So that's
Very
what I
cool.
was talking about when I talked about stamped cars.
Yeah. Nice.
Did you ever see anything like that before, Vinnie?
I've seen something like that, yeah, but those specific ones, no, they look nice. I like the helicopter too.
Papa had the Boeing plane. Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
Time to play Battleship. I sank your Battleship. Well, I've got one more of those that I'm going to play right now, and then I'm going to hand it off. Wait a minute. Do I have one more to show? Yeah, I got one more I can show. And then I can hand it off to whoever wants to go next. So here's a few more of these. And these ones, some of these things are weird because as I got through the boxes, like all the ones that were like Matchbox and Hot Wheels were pretty much for the most part gone. And I started getting to some of these nondescript vehicles. And then some of the weird, like how to play action feature type cars. So here we go with this one.
And we got some Hot Wheels right here. We got a 1970 weird looking vehicle right there. This one was also from 1970, and he actually does, I should say. He has little opening doors. So there is that. 1970, not too shabby for 1970. He's actually in some pretty good shape. I mean, this guy, yeah, he's a little bit busted up. I don't think he did anything. No, he didn't do anything whatsoever. Then from 73, we got this little Ford, oldie but a goodie, little street hot rod. We got a tow truck from 74 that somebody put a Ghostbuster symbol on. And we got this little dune buggy racer from 75. We got a sheriff's vehicle from 77. I know I had more Hot Wheels, but these are the only ones that I could find out of this big giant crate that I found that was filled with all kinds of miniature cars and everything. So there is that. Now we're going to move on to two odds and ends right here. We got this little yellow dump truck. I believe this one was Matchbox. Yes, this one is Matchbox. 1976. This little sled was part of a set, and unfortunately this one is not stamped with a year. I would have to find the front end of the snowmobile to know what year it is. This one is a French company called Majorette, and so was this big giant Jeep, mud Jeep, whatever you want to call that monster truck. It did have an opening back door on the back end of it, but it is not stamped with a date. Like, it's so weird. Some of these things are just not stamped at all. We got a few more here, different size ones. Of course, this right here, it was an old beat up Hot Wheels, and it wound up getting freaking paint thrown on it. Like when I was younger, all the original paint got scraped off, and it looked like garbage. We got My Lovely Beetle, made in China. Once again, no stamping date. It did have opening doors, but that was about it. Then we had this one right here, the first Corgi Jr. And this one, made in Britain. I can't see a date on there, but this is called a Growler. So pretty interesting. Corgi did a lot of weird stuff like that. That was a pretty cool company to get stuff from. If you didn't know about Corgi, you know, they were right there alongside Hot Wheels and Mattel, you know, with Matchbox. So
those are cool. I had a couple of those cars that you just showed.
And it's funny, some of the people in the chat, Papa Cotton said, I had a Pepsi truck, but when you open the doors, it had plastic pieces that looked like bottles. We had a few of those like that were larger, too, where it actually had stackable crates of Coke or Pepsi that went on the back of the truck.
That's awesome.
Pop said he also had the yellow dune buggy. Tina says, I recognize the tow truck and dune buggy.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Time Prophet comes in with Hitler invented the Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, we know that by now. The Growler car, though, yeah, so mine is busted on the back end, so it has a little gear in the bottom. And basically, when the gear got spun, on the bottom of the car, it would actually rub up against this plastic piece, and it would create like a growling sound as you rolled it on the ground. So,
Oh, cool.
it's a shame it got busted, but these things happen. I think I'm going to take that one that had like really sloppy paint job from when I was a little kid on it.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to completely sand that thing down. I'm going to take all that red and whatever other colors, black and shit I had on there. I think I'm going to take it all off, and I think I'm going to make it look like the Interceptor.
Oh, that'd be cool. Go for it, man.
I mean, it's all beat up anyway, It's all beat up freaking Hot Wheels. So
when I got the video game, I guess I got it early or something, and they gave me like a Matchbox car of one of the ones from the game, which is pretty cool. Magnum Opus. Okay, I guess it wasn't that cool. Jesus. Fucking hell.
remind me to tell you guys about the cigarette butt people story from my brother's childhood. Okay. Well, Vinnie, like as a kid, did you get a lot of these? Because I know, like early on through my childhood, like my father used to come up with tons of different vehicles, like Matchbox, Hot Wheels, Corgi, all these different ones. A few of the other ones that are like the nondescript ones as well.
Yeah.
Like, is that what it was like for you? Like you got them early, and then later on, it kind of shifted away from them.
A little bit, yeah. Because my uncle, he was actually like the Matchbox collector and stuff, and he had some old ones from like the late 50s and 60s. He's got like one of the old school cases as well, so he's got a couple of trays of like those older cars, and I think some of them are worth something. But yeah, we were getting Matchbox and Hot Wheels. I remember back in the day, Matchbox, that was always like the better quality, and then Hot Wheels started getting,
Sorry, Tommy. This wireless mouse is being a friggin' asshole. I keep Xing me out of StreamYards. I'm not pressing.
No worries.
I'm really
No
not
worries,
pressing anything. Shit. And it's taking me out of this.
I do remember like there were the Matchbox ones that had like the rubber tires as well.
Yeah, well, I had some of the ones. Do you remember the models from yesteryear? They came in like a little like rectangular box. They were a little bit larger size than the traditional Hot Wheels and Matchbox stores.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of those that had the big rubber wheels and everything. They were really, really like amazingly detailed too.
There was actually, when I was a kid, there was a stationery store that had like like those little pummels and it was kind of like little figurines, like knickknacks and stuff. And then they had a case that had Matchbox cars, and every week they would have like new Matchbox cars. So like we would get a good number of them from there, which is pretty cool. They did it different. It was like in a glass case, and then you tell them which number you want, and they basically give it to you in like a little box, like a special little box. It was really cool.
Well, I don't know if you'd ever seen like the earliest Matchbox cars. I mean, this is obviously before my time. Even the earliest Matchbox cars, they came in a tiny little rectangular box. They didn't come on a blister with a card.
Yeah, because that's how we were getting. There were these little cardboard boxes. So I thought that was awesome. That's I think a nicer presentation.
Absolutely. And I will say this with all the like the gimmicky stuff that, and I'm just beginning to start to get into, but it's going to be somebody else's turn in a second here. I think that some of these newer ones that they're doing, for the most part, I just don't think they hold a candle to what they were doing with some of these older vehicles. And I've seen a lot of the newer ones, they're re-releases, basically, of some of the older stuff, because they just don't have anything new that they could think of adding to these freaking cars at this point.
Yeah. Hot Wheels does really weird ones. They'll come up with like these dumb concept car things, like bizarre race cars. Like, I don't like those. But when they actually step it up, like I'm, in recent time too, I've gone down those aisles and like, I really like the paint job or the shape of a car or whatever. If they have like some racing cars and stuff, and I'll still pick up a couple here and there. For $1, it was like $1.17. You can't really go wrong.
And here's the next biggest problem with a lot of these, whether it's Matchbox or Hot Wheels. And it was Matchbox that did the Optimus Prime, right?
Oh, it was Hot Wheels.
It was Hot Wheels. Okay, so did you ever see what the price was for that in store?
Nope.
I checked it out because I was like, man, that thing looks amazing. I watched Rodimus Prime's review of it, and I was like, damn, that thing looks amazing. So, and I know he said something in there, and I know he said he had somebody send it to him, and he had purchased, but he had mentioned the price, and I wasn't paying attention when he said the price. So I went back up and I looked it up, like, can I find this? And they're sold out everywhere, of course, and they were $80 in store.
What?
$80 for that little thing.
That's
like,
insane.
are you kidding me? That's more than the re-release of the Optimus Prime that had diecast and everything. I don't care if that whole Hot Wheel is 100% diecast. It is not worth no $80 by any stretch of the imagination.
You can't
that
hear.
Is just way overpriced.
You can't hear it right now, but my jaw's hanging, swinging open. What the? But wait,
that's
it's the size of a Hot Wheels car.
Yes.
That's come on. They're just bending.
Oh, that's not even the worst of it, Vinny. I double dog dare you while we're doing stuff and somebody else is talking about something or whatever. I double dog dare you to go on eBay and search that thing up to see the prices that the people are charging over there for it.
Oh boy.
You are not touching that thing for under $195.
Jesus.
That's the low end.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I picked that one up too, Chaos Boy. That was one of the few that were pretty decent. They did that. They did Motu. Oh God, what was the other one? Oh Jesus, there was one other cartoon they did. Oh, Thundercats. They did the Thunder Tank.
Okay.
Hot Wheel collectors be bugging. You ain't lying. You are not lying. And I heard that there were some people that were buying multiples of it. Like, holy shit! Like, really?
Now, hold on a sec. I see two different Optimus Primes. Now, the one that you're talking about, is it more red packaging?
Yeah, it's like a big, giant red packaging, like almost like a box that comes in, like a big sealed box.
130. Holy shit! Because then they have one with the blue package, and it's with the trailer, and that's like 20. Well, 13 between 13 and $20. Right. Wow. So
yeah, but I don't. That one doesn't transform.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's wow. That's crazy.
Papa, yeah, to a degree, eBay is good for physical media, but you know where else? Go to a freaking Goodwill, dude. I have found some amazing finds in a Goodwill, dirt cheap.
Awesome.
People get rid of their CDs, their DVDs, and stuff like that, and I've found some amazing shit in Goodwill.
That's good.
Yep, that's how I felt, Chaos. And I wanted this thing too. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get this thing," and I ain't getting that shit.
No. Oh. No, that's wow. They didn't even use lube on that one.
Nope. They just straight up, as Trina would say, smurfed them right out, Vinnie style.
Yep. Vinnie smurfed it all the way.
Like Trina's talking about the type of smurf job that takes at least 2 D-size batteries.
What? How did you pin this on me?
Oh shit.
Oh, that's awesome, Papa. Yeah, I've seen G1s come through Goodwill, and people that had no clue what they were and put it on the shelf. I seen some of the Titans Return figures that I was looking for wind up on a Goodwill shelf. Like,
wow.
Sometimes but they've gotten smart to the game now. And Goodwill actually has like an online store. So then they have people that actually specifically value these things out, and they put it on the Goodwill store. And while you're still going to get it cheaper than you probably would the average person on eBay, you're still paying a lot more than what you would pay normal Goodwill prices. So
yeah, those bastards.
Trying to find a CD player. Papa, I think I have an extra CD player in my freaking garage, dude. I think I have a brand new one in a box. My dad, the hoarder that he was, would buy brand new shit and just pack it away. And they completely forgot he had it and then go out and buy another one.
Wow. Nice.
Did that shit. That's how I wound up with that turtle cycle that was brand new in a box, sealed. Because he bought it for a Christmas present. He threw it in the basement, forgot all about it. 25 years later.
Right. Slasher, did you want to go or?
Yeah. Well, before my mouse freaking
Yeah,
decides.
I was going to say that.
Just don't even look at it.
I looked this way. I looked this way, and it just shut off. I looked. I didn't touch anything.
Stop
Whatever
looking
you-
that direction.
Yeah, stop looking at it. Don't look at its optical eye.
It doesn't matter. I could look that way. I could look this way. It doesn't matter. My life is fucking cursed. So a couple weeks ago, I showed off the Rick Steiner figure, the OG WCW ones. So I couldn't have Rick without Scott. So I got Scott Steiner. He's a little scuffed up, but I could always, touch that up and paint.
They look great.
Look at that mullet there. Look at that.
Dude, they did a nice job. They got his body shape down too.
Oh, they definitely got Rick's face. Because that's Rick's face.
Yeah, that's spot on.
I mean, Scott's face, it's kind of there, but not exact.
Yeah,
but
it's not. It's not.
They definitely got the mullet.
They did. They did.
And now,
business in the front, party in the back.
And now I could get them to beat the shit out of Lex Luger.
Yeah, you could.
Or we could
He's got
double
both of them.
suplex.
Oh, there we go.
And that's the last wrestling figure I picked up.
Yeah,
I haven't been finding any good ones in that $5 bin. They have like friggin' a bunch of different Randy Orton figures. I don't want a Randy Orton figure.
No. Those look good though. Yeah, my cousin had those. I remember them.
What, the Galoob ones?
No, the ones you just showed. The
WCW ones. Galoob did the original ones.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
WWE.
Yeah, as soon as I picked up Rick, I was like, I called up my friend. I was like, "Could you order something for me?"
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, dude, Line Right. Yeah, Draven and ETEP, they've been watching, and yeah, they made him like job out now a couple of times. Rick's son, which is so stupid.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
Yep. Yeah, that guy, he's gonna be like a super talent, and they're just like jobbing him out to like these shitty people, like that homeless looking Sami Zayn.
I'm sure he has a figure, right?
I don't know.
By now, I think every last one of them gotten a figure.
Yeah.
Those Mattel ones, man, they do a good job with those Mattel ones.
Yeah, some of them look really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was able to find the Piper one, that Ultimate.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah, he looked good. I'll have to do a review soon on him. But I did get this NECA figure from, I don't know, maybe about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. Yeah, let me show this guy off. I've only seen him in the store one time, one on a shelf. This was in Best Buy. I got this dude. Which, by the way, like I said, if you are looking for some figures, get to Best Buy sooner rather than later. I think they're going to stop carrying those figures. They move them all to the front now, like by, when you got to check out. They're like in that section. But yeah, I found Alex Murphy.
Oh, awesome.
Look at this.
Yeah, I see pics of this. I see pics of this on Twitter.
Yeah, he looked amazing. It's like it hurt getting this one because like I these figures, but he was like around 36. So I mean, it was, if it's under 40, I feel a little bit better, but it still was a kick in the balls. But I gotta say they did do a fantastic job, and that you could get them in multiple different looks. I really liked that they did that with these swap out parts. So, yeah, so what we're gonna be getting.
They should have made the gang too.
Yeah, they have to. How do you make this version?
Yeah,
of it
you can't do that without the gang.
Right? At least Red Foreman there.
At least Clarence, yeah.
Yeah. What's that actor's name? I always forget it.
A freaking Kurtwood Smith.
Okay, yeah. Dude, that guy was fantastic in it.
Yeah.
During the review, I do his thing too. That when he pulls off his arm. But yeah, the packaging's great. Really cool. When you open it up, you see all the gooey parts you could swap out. All of his joints are pretty nice too. The only thing I had a little bit of issue with was his neutral face. Popping that on, the plastic was a little too much. Like I had to trim it out a little bit. Or like you could heat it up, I'm sure too. But this thing was, holy crap, what a great job. And the bulletproof vest, they did it like the Valaverse figures, where it's kind of like it detaches from underneath on this part, and both arms you could pop off. So you take the head off and the arms, and you could swap out the vest pretty easily. But yeah, Peter Weller, they did a nice job with him. I don't think the likeness was 100% perfect. I think the area around the nose, like they made his nose too thin. But other than that, it's pretty damn good. I was pretty happy with this one. And like I said, the details are amazing. The one issue I'll say is right off the bat is going to be with like his skinny like ankles, like where the boots are, because there's no boot cut, and it has like the right leg has an odd bend to it, which kind of bothered me in some of the posing. But overall, everything else is really, really nice on this figure. It feels like they went a little bit with the Universal Monsters kind of attention to detail and articulation and stuff. Like it kind of felt like I was reviewing one of the Universal Monster figures. You know, the quality is a little bit higher. So,
he's awesome.
Yeah, they did a good job. And look at it, even the visor.
Didn't they do a really good job with the chair set one too?
I don't have that, but what I've seen it in stores and it does look pretty nice. Well, comic shops.
I can't, because of finances. But they recently had that one marked down too, and I was like, ugh.
During the holiday season, I remember Big Bad Toy Store had it marked down. I was very tempted, but look at a range of motion on that neck. So they get the ball joint up there, and then he's got an extra joint at the base of the neck. So very, very nice. Arms go all the way around. They go up a pretty decent amount. There's no bicep cut, but it's their very unique kind of elbow joint that they've been doing. So you can kind of swivel it in and out from that point as well. So not bad. The hands are very well sculpted. Hinge joint. So good stuff there. He does have that extra articulation. When I take the vest off, I got even more range out of it, but I'll show afterwards. His legs, they only go about that far. Not much going on, but at least he has a little bit of thigh movement. He has the double knee, similar to the elbow, how they did it. And again, there's no boot cut. So we do have a rocker with the hinge. So that's pretty good. But I think a boot cut would have really put it over the top, because he kind of needs it a little bit in certain poses. But yeah, this is what it looks like without the vest. And again, spot on. Great job. I really like how that turned out. And yeah, I had to actually crack the paint on this. I guess when they put it together, it kind of, it wasn't subtle at first, but maybe there's the plastic with the humidity. Maybe it just kind of, but yeah, it's good though. The yelling face thing is probably one of the best ones. That's pretty damn awesome. It's when they shot his hand off and then his arm. But yeah. Yeah, RoboCop, man, what a fantastic film. Ultra violent, something out of the 80s where I doubt they'll ever make something like that again.
RoboCop is the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
And I will knife fight anybody that says that.
One of my favorites for sure, especially out of the 80s. Holy shit.
The Thing.
The Thing, yeah.
I guess we're going to have a knife fight in Coney Island the next time I come to visit you.
Yeah. Neutral face is okay. Like I said, I think the sculpt could have been a little bit better around the nose area, but still pretty good. He has both the left and right trigger fingers, which are cool, with the proper hinge joint. And he comes with the don't worry, he can kind of roll it around, roll the gun around, Western style, like he kept doing in the
PJ Laser.
Yeah, it's awesome. They did a great job with it. So very, very nice. He comes with two different guns, two different pistols. So that's nice. Some silver paint on this one. Details very, very, very very clean, very good. There's the other. Not bad. All in all, they did a pretty good job with those. And yeah, then he comes with the extra effect for when his hand gets blown off, and the nub for his shoulder, and of course when they shoot the shit out of him, yeah, his vest. So all in all, pretty good job. Yeah, that's how it pops open. And yeah, with everything on it, he looks really damn good. But yeah, you can see he's got like a funny bend to that leg. If I put him in that pose, it looks good. But any other pose, it looks a little off, a little odd. But yeah, I don't know. I think NEC has been stepping it up again, so that's good to see. They got to make some of the other characters from that movie, including his partner.
There's no way they can't. They have to. Yeah, they have to make Lewis. They have to make Clarence.
Yep.
Well, they already did the Ed 209 as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, they probably charge $250 for Ed 209, right?
Yeah, he's a big figure. Yeah, he's going for too much. I've seen him at the comic shop. But yeah, there he is with the other one. So guns a-blazing. It kind of works for that pose as well. But yeah, like I said, I do all the different versions and different looks you could do for this dude, which was really, really, it was awesome that they did that. All the different kind of ways you could display them. So I always give a tip of the hat to NECA for doing all that type of stuff when they get the accessories right. And there he is with RoboCop. So yeah, how to pose them two together.
Very nice looking figure.
Yeah.
They need melty face too.
Oh God. Yeah, that horrific shit. The toxic waste that was dumped on. But yeah, I still love that paint job that they did on this RoboCop. That thing is really, really nice. I forgot how like reflective kind of metallic that paint was. It like hints of like purple and blue that are in there.
Yeah, it looks like a brush. It does kind of get that brushed metal look to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if you can tell in the review though. He has a scratch on the top of his head. When I was moving and I was putting things away, he fell and boom, scratched just a little piece of it. I'm like, son of a bitch. But yeah, so here's Murphy in some pain.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with, again, the posability of this guy. For someone who's just kind of like, your regular kind of standard looking cop. They did a damn good job.
Yeah.
Like I said, some foreshadowing of what he's going to become and all that. So, got artsy-fartsy with the poses. Again, I will not ever use this stupid leg gimmick they did. I thought that was retarded. You can see the little trigger on the back of his leg. That spring-loaded action is terrible how they did it on that RoboCop figure. But I do attach the, like at the end of the video when it plays, that'll be clickable so people can see the review on RoboCop as well. Because I think I did that one last year. But yeah, for this review though, it's I wanted to showcase them properly. And, yeah, look how brutal that is. And yeah, you could also use that blood as like it's dripping out of his arm or whatever. Kind of works there too. But yeah, very, very nice. So you can recreate one of the most horrific scenes in movie history. Do you know that it actually had an NC-17 rating because of that scene, and they had to start cutting out parts of his demise? It was going to be a whole lot more brutal.
X rating. It was going to go to X rating.
Oh, it was going to go to X?
It was going to go to X rating, and they had to cut it down.
Yep.
It was 2 scenes. Murphy's death was more. It was extended. It was a lot longer, and the Ed 209 killing in the boardroom.
Oh
yeah, that was a lot longer. He turns that guy into freaking tomato sauce in the X-rated version.
Nice. So yeah, he gets a 9.5. This thing was almost 100% perfect. Like I said, some minor critiques, but I'm sure there's other people who reviewed it probably gave it a perfect score because this is a damn good figure, and especially if you're a RoboCop fan, absolute must buy. you know. And like I said, the two of them, they look so fantastic together. So yeah, if you are able to find them, don't miss out on them. Like I said, I got mine at Best Buy. That's the only place I've seen them so far. So, and it was just
And,
the one.
you know what, Vinny, it's one of the things I've mentioned a few times. There's a lot of times when we get these figures from NECA that I am not surprised at how well that they are done. Because there's quite a few of in the Predator line, like the Predator 2, what was that, 30th anniversary? Or was that?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
30th, I believe.
Or was it 40th? No, it was 30th, I think. Either way, that or 35th maybe. Either way, so there was a bunch of those Predators in that line that were absolutely outstanding. There was a couple misses, but for the most part, those Predators were amazing. The work that they did on those damn things, and we weren't overly surprised at how well that they were done. We get more irritated with the misses. Especially like the shit with the Wolfman that she was showing earlier. Like, there's no excuse for that kind of shit at this point.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for some of the Eastman and Laird figures where one leg is longer than the other, or like Jason Voorhees. Like, that's when we get like completely miffed and was surprised, you know?
Yeah, but again, it's certain minor things that could hurt a figure so much. That's the thing that's kind of crazy about it. But like I said, they really went, I think, above and beyond with this dude in this set. So yeah, well, if you have RoboCop here, then you have a set. But no, not really nice job. Yeah, price wise, like I would like an Ed 209 at this scale, but I can't do it. I have the.
I'm telling you, I seen
scale.
him. I seen that Ed 209 in a Target, and I just looked at the price and I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. I have that one company that makes the smaller one, the 1/18 scale.
Was that Haya?
Yeah, Haya. I had the San Diego Comic-Con. It was like a 2-pack thing. I think I got it for like around $25, something like that.
They should make Kane too.
Yeah, the Haya Toys did it.
They did?
Yeah, they have him. They have I think 4 different versions of RoboCop. And they have
the bluer one from 2, the one where his arm is a little bit more blue.
Yeah. They have the more battle damage version, and I think they did the one with the jetpack from 3.
Yeah, you showed me pictures of the battle damage one. That shit looks awesome.
I know. Yeah, big bad toys. So they I believe they were carrying them. They probably still do. And I know that Hyatt Toys are also doing one that's going to be in the 1/12 scale. So it'll be. I don't know if it's going to be the same exact size as NECA, but it's supposed to be in the 6 to 7 inch range. So we'll see what they do, because they did a great job with the small one. That's for sure. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that one.
That was awesome. That
Yeah.
was a really nice looking figure. Yeah, I remember when we were talking about that a while back, because that was being talked about at the same time as the Vincent Price figure.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't wait to
Which
get that.
I've never seen that anywhere.
Me neither.
No, I think has it come out yet? I think mine's still on pre-order.
He might be.
I mean, I thought that they were supposed to be released right around the same time. I thought they were. I mean, maybe there was a holdover on it.
Well, I know because Big Bad Toy Store, they have slightly later dates. I believe they said September for him, but that usually means I mean, there's people in stores that might get them out there before then. Typically, I've seen like figures that are on their website that 2 months prior they've been released in stores. So,
well,
you never know.
Remember when I was picking up a lot of those, and this was just before Legacy United, when it was just Legacy. So there was a few figures that I had pre-ordered from Entertainment Earth, because they're one of the other companies, and I went out to the store, and I had pre-ordered this thing like 6 months in advance. I went out to a store and found it on the damn peg before they ever sent mine. And I was like, and I'm not talking like a few days. It was like 2 or 3 weeks before they mailed mine out. And that should not happen with a pre-order. If you're pre-ordering it, you should get some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You should get it.
Priority.
Priority. Thank you.
Priority.
Yeah, I agree. That happened to me once with Entertainment Earth. There was back when I was collecting Funkos still.
Mhm.
I had Godzilla and Kong on pre-order, and it was forever on pre-order. And then I found it at the local collectible store, so then I bought it and canceled my order.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same thing happened with the gargoyle stuff. Like Goliath, I couldn't find him anywhere, so I pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store, and it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be like another couple of months. But then I found him in Target, and then like they had a whole shitload of them. So like I bought it, and then I raced home and canceled the order.
Yeah.
You know, that's happened a couple. The same thing happened with the Frankenstein figure. Couldn't find him anywhere at all. Ordered it from them, and then like 2 weeks later, found it at Target.
I mean, and then of course there's always like my store. Like I don't know what it is with my store. Like the stuff that seems to be easy to find everywhere else is the stuff my store doesn't get, but we get all the stuff that's harder to find. Where, especially where you guys are.
Dude, yeah, it's wild.
Mhm.
It's a really, I don't know, man. I still don't believe your targets are real. I think you're in the Matrix or something. I don't know.
All right. I thought I only had one Transformer thing today. It turns out I did have a second one, and I actually surprised myself because I forgot about it because I had made it previously. So I've been trying to get ahead of the game for these shows, so I'm not struggling the last minute, even though I was still uploading to the last minute. But we got our toy break here for you today, and it is Transformer related. Here we go with your toy break for today. We got Beast Wars Pterosaur. This is one I talked about. I picked this up at Ollie's for $9.99. I was considering opening this one up and checking it out, but I think I'm just going to leave this one in the package. So one of the things I will note about this one is they did a lot really good as far as trying to keep this packaging looking like the original ones that came out. They did a damn good job all the way down to using the Kenner logo, which they used on the original Beast Wars when Hasbro released it because they thought for sure it was going to fail, so they weren't going to stamp it with Hasbro and use Kenner instead. But not a bad looking piece, and especially for $9.99. And I know when I went to Ollie's, it was actually an extra 15% off because, you know, you get a free membership and you can get coupons mailed to you, and there was an extra 15% off all store purchases, so that price came down a little bit more. And you usually get more deals throughout the year with Ollie's. So yeah, if you were looking for some of the Beast Wars, check your local Ollie's. You may be lucky enough to find a few of these little deluxe figures right here. Yeah, some of it. I've seen a few of them here and there, and it's like I've said it before. I was never a huge Beast Wars fan, but there's a few of the designs I did think was pretty interesting, and I thought this guy was interesting enough. And money has been extremely tight, so something that's well under $10, it's like okay, I can kind of squeeze that one into the budget just barely. Yep. So. But not interesting piece, and they had a slew of them. They still have a ton of slew of those superstar figures too. The Hogan and Flair ones, like holy crap, my Ollie's is like loaded with them.
Oh wow!
That's why when I had the extra money, I bought a bunch for a bunch of you guys, and I was sending it out. That's why I asked you, sure you don't want them too, Vinnie? $4.99.
Yeah, I should have probably jumped on those because I seen a couple other ones in stores. Like they got like the newer ones that look damn good. But,
yeah. Some of the really cool looking ones that are harder to find, like the now I know not everybody's an Ultimate Warrior fan, but the job they did for the Ultimate Warrior was pretty freaking amazing. $1 Million Man looked great, and the Undertaker, incredibly difficult to find in the stores. But I did manage to get him, like, that was almost 2 years ago, I think, now at this point. Really nice looking figure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times.
It's odd because a lot of the other stores, you can't find them.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Superstars figures? The Superstars figures, huh?
Yeah.
I still want that Papa Shango, man. That
one looks fantastic.
That does look good. And I'm an idiot. I should have probably picked up Andre when I saw him because that guy is difficult to get.
Well, just like that Mr. T one, I'd seen it at a few of the Walmarts that are close to me, and not anymore.
Wow.
Last time I checked, they were gone. But I'm gonna jump back in. I got 2 more car ones to show off, and then I could pass it off to anybody if they got anything else. If we don't have anything else, we can get into other discussions on toys. But here we go with my one of my last 2 offerings as far as the miniature cars. I really went all out digging for these miniature cars once I got that box, and yeah. Holy crap. Some of the ones I found, it was like damn sure a trip down memory lane. But we're going to get into some of the ones that were a little bit more, how should we say it? They were gimmicky. There's really no other way to say it. So here we go. So we got this piece right here made by Welly from China. Literally another one with no stamping date on it whatsoever. A pretty neat little design. The Light and Market shop at home. I believe this thing had opening doors. Yeah, there it is. Got opening doors on both sides. The back door should open. There we go. Just interesting. Of course, these are the scaled up models. I always forget what the size these are, the scaled up ones. But I always thought they were pretty cool. Of course, the larger the vehicle, the more detail they can put into it, so they look really sharp. Here we go, a couple semi-scaled up, not quite as scaled up as the last one. We've got a couple of Campbell's trucks here. This one is made by Promotable. This one is just made in England. It doesn't actually... Oh, Days Gone. I'm sorry. It says Days Gone. Neither one actually has a stamping date. Once again, there's no dates on these whatsoever. Nice little vehicles to have in the collection, though. Just wish that they had dates on it, because it's always nice to be able to identify these things and remember what year that they were made in. There we go with Mommy. Oh, I'm sorry. All wrapped up. It's Mummy Dearest. The Mummy Dearest hearse. Almost like a hearse limousine, but souped up like a hot rod vehicle from '94 and Road Champs. Nice little detail on this one. Of course, like all the trimming and everything like that that's been painted. The little mummy skull. Well, actually, it's just a regular skull. It should have been a mummy skull because all the other decals are showing a mummy on there. But I believe in the back, this one used to have a casket or something that sat in there, and probably, I think it flew out. I think it was spring-loaded. Unfortunately, the casket is missing. But there is that one from '94.
Awesome. I love that one.
Yeah, those are cool.
I figured you would like that one. Yeah, that's where it starts really getting into the gimmicky stuff. So the last one it's almost 100% all gimmicky stuff. So yeah, let's just roll right into it. Here we go with some of the gimmick cars. So we got this nondescript run from Macau. He had a little key that you would plug into the back. It almost looks like a gas pump. I guess you're fueling up your gimmick car. And you just squeeze the trigger and it would launch. It's got a little spring that's sitting in the back. You just plug it right into the rear end, fellas. Just plug it right into the rear end. Then we got a couple of the Unite 2000 cars right here. So this one right here, Knight Rider 2000. This was Burn and Key cars from Kedco in 1982. And it's basically the same thing. Has a little key, but you would just squeeze the two ends of this together. Just squeeze it together and the spring inside would launch the car out. And then also from 83 through Kenner Productions, CPG Production Corp, 1983, made in Macau, we've got the Knight Rider 2000 Turbo Booster. So this was for the regular standard cars. If you had one, you would just real quick go like that, and it has like a little arm inside there that's spring activated, and it pushes the car out and launches it pretty well. I wish I knew where the Knight Rider car that came with this got to, but there you go with some of the gimmick stuff. And of course, it wouldn't be gimmick unless you were talking about some teeny tiny little teeny weeny micro machine cars. Like, these things are freaking minuscule tiny. We also have a couple of these. I believe they were called wrist racers. So we got the General Lee, and of course we got a Hazard County police car right there. These ones came on almost like a watch accessory, and I do have it sitting somewhere else in another tote somewhere in the back room. But basically, you would put these in the watch thing, and it would have a little ramp. You would wind these things up, and they would race right out of the watch. You guys remember those? So I'm going to close out the nondescript mini vehicles with this one. For all the highly offended weirdo lefties out there, we've got your ride. We've got the short bus. And please, stop. Get help. Because you guys need it.
That's great.
Oh shit!
Vinny's like, oh god, this
I
is
would
on my
love-
channel.
I would love to have one of those and like give it to somebody as a, like, you know, like a joke. Like, why are you giving me this? And I'll be like, you know, shits and giggles. And they'll never know why I gave it to them.
They'll be like, yeah, my buddy gave me this. I have no
I'm gonna give it to somebody. Like, I saw this and I thought of you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's cool, Time Prophet. Yeah, and this one was actually based on the series that when they did the relaunch of Knight Rider, the Knight Rider 2000.
I think I had those
Do you?
as a kid. Yeah, I remember that orange key thing.
Very nice. No, this thing, they did a lot of those different ones like that too, and like the wrist racers. The one thing I did forget to mention, so in the watch accessory, so it had this big dome that you put the car in. So you'd wind up the car and you'd stick it in the dome, and it actually had like a little hook piece to keep it, you know, from spinning the wheels inside of it. So you'd pull the ramp down on or you put your arm down table, pull the ramp out, and then it had a button on the back. And once you hit the button, it would release it, and then the wheels, and it would take off running out of the watch on your wrist. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm almost positive they were called wrist racers, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they still have the General Lee, which I'm sure there's a whole bunch of highly offended people. I mean, yeah, the flag, you know, going off about it. You know, yeah, let them. They got their short bus. Yeah, they shouldn't be complaining anymore.
You're lucky I like you, Cat.
Oh shit!
They need help. Stop. Get help. I so wanted to just dig up the Michael Jordan thing. Stop. Get help. What's up, ETEP?
Need some help.
Hey, Zap.
Hey, buddy.
Knight Rider star David Hasselhoff. Thanks, guys. Trina, get ready for wrestling-themed horror movies. There are movies with wrestlers in them that are horror-themed. Thanks, guys.
I will get ready for that. I will.
I never do, Chaos. I have no shits to give when it comes to offending people like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got one more thing. I've got a toy hunt. But did anybody else have anything and want it to go again?
You said a toy hunt, right?
Yeah, a toy hunt.
Okay.
The
Just
toy,
double check.
the toy hunts are over on Twitter crying.
Gotta see a doctor about that.
I know, right? And speaking of which, thanks to everybody that has joined us and has been watching so far. Really do appreciate it. We are getting down into the later half of the show here where we're getting ready to wind out pretty soon. But did anybody else have anything?
No.
No.
No? No one else has anything?
Nope.
All right, I'll go. All right, so I got this Justice League set right here. 5 figures in it.
Nice.
and I wasn't originally gonna open it, but the box kind of sucks to like if you want to show off the figure, the box sucks to display because it has this cardboard flap that goes in front.
Yeah.
But the figures are pretty cool. They're just repainted Total Justice figures, really. But
Okay.
I still like them. They're awesome. I like the stands they come with.
Yeah, the style on those are pretty neat.
Yeah. Kyle Rayner. See, this one, I still don't know the story of this whole thing when they split Superman in two. I don't know the whole storyline of it.
Yeah, I never had gotten that either.
Yeah, I can't remember
But
that.
I think he looks all right, but I don't know. I think the newer Green Lantern looks cooler. Huntress. This figure's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah, I bought this set because I wanted the Green Lantern figure and this figure from the Total Justice line, and they're basically just repaints.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did
that
a good
looks
job with
awesome.
them. I like them.
And then they came with these two weird ones, right? I think these are supposed to be villain versions of Batman and Flash. This Flash right here. He's kind of cool. It's cool that you could see through him.
Yeah.
Yeah, those translucent ones are cool.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm digging the pink look on him or not. I know he's supposed to look hologram-ish, but
Right. Yeah, I think you should have picked another color, but otherwise that is pretty cool.
now all right, this one completely sucks. This figure sucks. This Batman figure,
What the hell?
he doesn't have a cape. He's got fucking wings, and
Yeah, I
they
don't know.
fall off really easily. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to. But yeah, I don't know. And the pose for Batman, I don't know about this as a pose for a Batman figure.
No.
But the cape ruins it.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's not a cape. It's like demon wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what they were thinking.
I'd say the best ones out of this set are these two. These ones right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
like
agree.
those.
And this last one I got. You guys have this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tommy and I both have
my
that.
friend gave this to me.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that
He's
is
like,
awesome.
I have doubles. I'm like, hell yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, that is. I'm very happy with that one.
I thought the ones that you had was a smaller scale than this. I didn't know the Swamp Thing figure was that pretty big.
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah, look at it. Do they? I see on the back. I can't tell who the hell these other characters are, but they're all the same size. Are they all supposed to be the same size?
Yeah, they're a regular 7-inch.
But yeah, I like it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're good.
Shout out to my Frank for giving me this.
Yeah, I think they're the Batman Beyond characters, the ones in the back.
Oh, they made Batman Beyond ones this size?
Yeah, I think that's with that guy in the black and white looking costume. I believe that's a Batman Beyond villain.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a white ambulance, Cass? They need one of those white ambulances that they take them to the asylum.
That's all the stuff I got for the week.
Yeah, those actually very cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, and that Swamp Thing, yeah, I still have not taken that thing out of the package. I haven't had a chance, but I mean, Vinnie did the full review on that thing, and then, I mean, other than a little bit of a miss with some paint washes and stuff
With
like
the
that.
Swamp Thing figure?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we both said, yeah, if they added more paint to it, because everything's there, the details there, articulation's beautiful. They just needed to do a little bit more of like a brush, or even a wash on him, because he's got so much detail on him.
Yeah. But my whole thing about Swamp Thing in general is I prefer him when he has that look where he has like the roid hump that Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, like when they do that more shape, that weird, like where his head is kind of shaped the way Juggernaut's helmet is. I kind of like that version of Swamp Thing better, but this is still an awesome figure.
Okay. I know that Swamp Thing. They released a couple of different versions of him. There's one where he's got like those kind of like antlers, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few different looks for him.
And see, it kills me with McFarlane. Like they make the Swamp Thing one look that damn good, and yet they kind of flubbed on both well, not they really flubbed on Lobo. I think. I mean, they really just it's like all paint applications that really ruined that figure.
Lobo figure.
They made his body like gray kind of tones, and his face is gleaming white.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Because the
Another
sculpt
one
is nice. I've seen the what do you call it? The artist-proof version of it, where it's just all gray, and all in gray, he looked good. You can see the details. Everything's really nice, and they fucked it up with the paint.
Yeah.
I know I'm not Lurch.
What's that?
Anyone buying Spawn figures?
No. I have a friend who is. He's been getting all of those. But...
Yeah, you know another one that really pissed me off in that series was the Demon.
At the Etrigan or
yes,
Etrigan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the old DC Direct version of him.
Yeah, I never picked them up.
I thought it was just horribly done. It just like, ugh. I was so looking forward to like getting it when I seen like early concepts, and then when I finally seen it in the store, I was like, this looks like trash.
Yeah,
there's just no way in hell I'm buying that shit.
Yeah, and they released I think like 3 different versions of them or something, like the paint job ones.
Yeah, they probably did it right eventually, but yeah, like the early one I seen, it was like garbage. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't sold on it.
Yeah, I have the Gunslinger one, and I have like the She Spawn from like years ago, but like any of the newer stuff is just it's uninteresting. Like I showed off one from the toy hunt last week where it's like a statue. It's a big giant Spawn Redeemer statue, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm paying that kind of price for that.
Yeah, they were like, and that's a reissue figure that I think they just rescaled it because they've done that before. It's basically the Capullo cover where he's got the angel wings on it with the sunlight behind them. They just tried redoing that one, but yeah, he reissued it.
I have a Redeemer figure with the attachable wings. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
He's blue. He's blue and gold.
No. This is it looks like regular Spawn, except he doesn't have the red cape. He's got these giant white wings. He still has like the big red gauntlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone showed it off. I think. Someone showed off pictures of that.
Yeah, Tommy did.
Soul Assassin says, Tommy, Vinnie, look up Max Bird Spawn. They make custom capes, jackets, and weapons for the McFarlanes that make them look better.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Max Bird Spawn.
Yeah, try to bring it up.
One second.
And Chaos, yeah, I know. Golden Trina Award, we're almost there. We are almost there. That is right near the end of the show.
Oh wow, these are pretty damn cool. One sec. I know that's the one issue Todd always had when we were working there. It's like, no one could ever nail the capes down the way I like them. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, Soul Assassin, good find. Man, these things are all wired and shit too. Yeah, that's wicked. That's what I mean. If like fans and custom people could make these, why the hell can't Todd get these things out the door? That looks incredible. The medieval Spawn.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, he did one for the Gunslinger. What the hell material is that? It almost looks like rubbery.
Yeah, that's the type of rubber material I was talking about earlier with the Batman cloaks. Like it's a bendable rubber material.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that. That looks good though. Shit. Look at the size of this one. He's gonna
Wow.
cook it though on that stove. What is he doing? Nice stuff. Here's what the character. Yeah, these are really cool. Oh, that's the that cross. I designed that cross. It was the first multi-jointed Spawn figure. It was the 10th anniversary one.
Nice.
And the way that guy, those guys are doing that cape is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's my axe too. That went to that medieval Spawn one that I designed. Yeah, these are great.
Oh, nice. It's red leather.
Sweet. Yeah, this is a talented individual. There's a lot of different people giving it a shot now. Yeah, that Max one, yeah. Holy crap. The guy did a great job. Yeah, these are cool to see.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much, you know. It doesn't take much to take a figure over the top, but yeah, you know, Tuna Todd being lazy like he is.
Mm-hmm. Tuna Todd. Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck that cheapskate.
It's gonna make me go down a rabbit hole. I got things to do.
But it's like, I got the money for that.
That too. Gotta knock over a bank.
Right? Or a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to lead us in with one of our final segments of the evening before, you know, we just have our last toy discussions of what's up and coming. Unfortunately, I have nothing up and coming to show today. I will talk about one of the figures that I'm going to be reviewing that you already did with some shots. I guess Vogue shots. I don't even know how to describe it yet. But I'm going to lead us in with a toy hunt, and there was actually something in here you might find interesting, Vinny. I don't know.
Okay.
Let me know after it plays. Here we go.
Taking a look at one of the aisles with some of the NECA stuff over here. You got the standard stuff that you usually see, the gargoyles and everything, but I don't think I've ever seen this one before. So Goliath and Debona Val's Ultimate 2-pack. I think this is just a reprinting of the other figures that were already released, but I'd have to ask my buddy Vinnie about that. But kind of interesting. A little 2-pack Goliath and Debona. And we're taking a look at some of the Lego stuff. Got Polar and Trina was talking about that one. We've got your DeLorean from Back to the Future at these prices. The Atari video computer system, there's another one, high price. Optimus Prime, Concorde, Camaro, 911. Then you got Lego Icons Pac-Man. Another one, look at that price. Holy shit. It's just crazy. Of course, there's always in here, Target, they got the retro stuff. Magnet Doodle, Etch a Sketch, Viewmaster. Got the Viewmaster, Pound Puppies, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the old little mini Pac-Man games, and Rubik's Cube. Thing you are most certainly always going to find in the alleys, you are always going to find a bunch of Star Wars figures. Recently priced at $3.99 a piece, but yeah, these things almost never move. They're always sitting here. Even got some of these Mandalorian freaking figures. Nobody wants this shit. Nobody. And of course, the whole shelf wall machine with all the Shang-Chi that has been here forever.
You're wrong. I have no interest in those Star Wars figures or the Shang-Chi. Completely wrong. No, I did.
The wall of shame with those things.
Right? I know. I did film a short on that Goliath Demona 2-pack as well. That's when we're like the alternate heads that they did in there and some of the other accessories look amazing, but I can't justify that price. They do look great though. Like if that thing goes on sale or something, I'm very tempted because I know one store over here that has that, one of the Best Buys, but yeah, not at like fucking $70 or $80 or whatever the hell they were asking.
Yeah, some of those prices look like they're starting to go up again, like everything else in the world. But yeah, it's just getting harder and harder to justify these costs.
Oh yeah, it's food, gas, or plastic. Freaking shit.
If I didn't have so many pig mouths to feed, it would definitely be plastic because I could go without food.
Oh shit.
Gap says, you want to read the figure.
To shoot. And I don't mean with my camera.
Even Tina can't stick up for it. I didn't like the Shang-Chi movie, and I usually stick up for the MCU stuff.
Yeah, I did not see it. I believe ETEP did.
What up, Frankie?
Hey, Frankie.
Hey, we had Lego My Ego. Now we have
That's
Lego
right.
My Wallet.
Yeah, right.
So $269 for that damn Pac-Man one. Like, holy shit!
I like that DeLorean too. That thing looked beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen that one for a while in the store, and I'm like, damn, that one looks good.
Yeah.
That looks really nice.
I believe the Optimus Prime does transform, by the way.
Does it?
Yep. I saw, I think that guy, Joby, whatever, that little Asian
Okay,
guy.
yeah.
I believe he did a review on it, and I think it does transform.
Gap, the next time I have the money to go and pick up some more of those figures, they have a slew of those Final Faction figures that Trina likes so much, and she loves to watch me shoot them.
I think they're really cool figures, and I love how they have a comic book.
Yeah, I think Pete said that him and his son, they have a bunch of them. I think there's vehicles and stuff too.
Oh, nice.
If I remember correctly, him saying that, but yeah.
This is great.
What's that? Oh shit.
Soul Assassin, of course, always sends these things. He sent this one on Tuesday. Unfortunately, my internet was not cooperating, but we have it for today because Trina loves Smurfs.
That one doesn't have any pants on in the foreground.
I noticed that.
But he's got blue underwear on.
That's the one that the batteries go in.
That's Vinnie Smurf.
That's Vinnie Smurf.
Oh shit! For those who missed out, she was asking, wasn't there a Smurf like with that name? It was Vanity Smurf.
Yeah, it does, baby.
Oh shit!
And then I realized how that sounded.
The future is a Smurfist. What's up, Daytona? That's never going to die out. That
No, that was great.
But yeah, one of the up and comings, I did everybody's seen a little sneak peek at that during 4th of July. So yeah, I'm going to have the Scarlet review. There's a few things that it was only a few gripes that I had with it from looking at it. So. So I gave her some Vogue shots, just see how she looked. And yeah, the articulation wise, yeah, she could just about pinch her own nipple. So not bad.
That's the new test now. That's the standard. The nipple test. Way to go, Tommy. Trina's got the blue veiny Smurf test. Tommy's got the nipple reaching test.
Can we get a nipple pinch?
Oh shit!
Right? Yeah, Gap. Yeah, the Vogue Tommy nipple pinch. If that works, we know we got something going on. Interesting pose. I gotta do something different with these figure reviews. I need to laugh more, damn it. But that is literally all I have for tonight.
I gotta say, I do like the intro you had on that last segment. I love the bullet thing. I know you played it before, but it's cool.
Yeah, something got changed at the end of that one, though. I don't remember that music at the end. It was a little bit different. Okay. I don't know what happened in my editor when I edited everything together, but sometimes these things happen. Like Wondershare has been like glitching out lately.
Dude, everything's been glitching out lately.
Oh, and getting back to that real quick, Lurch. I know it was a joke. I know you're busted balls, but I mean, I do have a couple anime figures. I have like the Yu-Gi-Oh ones. I showed them off a while ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Got Yugi, Kaiba, and Joey Wheeler. Surprised you had her at the doggy position. Oh shit. But this is a stream it was never supposed to end because toys are fun, right? Oh, don't worry. It hasn't ended for Trina yet. I heard that a package just arrived from Amazon with 20 double packages of D batteries, so she's good for the evening.
For the evening.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to speak for you, Trina, but I mean, but yeah, is there anything else that you guys had up and coming, or
just a stream tomorrow?
All right. Well, before we get into running around everybody giving their outro, I guess we should head on over for our very last segment of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Golden Trina Award for the best review of the night.
Okay, so I'm giving this one to Slasher tonight.
All right, we'll go ahead.
Cool. For which one?
Slasher.
For all of it, actually, all of your reviews for tonight.
Hey, I want a Goldie.
There you go.
Thank
Golden
you,
girl.
Yep.
The winner. Congratulations to our winner of the Golden Trina Award, and thank you for playing.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Guys, we hope that you enjoyed this episode of Collectable Past. It's always good to have some fun with these things, and and be able to collect the stuff that we enjoy, and hopefully avoid all the nonsense out there, because too many other franchises, too many other forms of entertainment are just loaded with it. So we try to just talk about the shit we're having fun with. So what you got there in the diecast one?
Yeah, I lied. Yeah, there's a model kit apparently. It's diecast and plastic, and
okay,
pretty damn cool looking. Not too bad. Oh, his eyes light up too. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I like when they get closer to the actual cartoons. Look at that pose.
There you go, the kneeling position.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's badass. I think this is like $70 or something. But
wow.
Yeah, the 40th anniversary.
That's crazy. That's still cheaper than Hot Wheels.
Right? They're insane. They're absolutely insane. Yeah, and he's in stock. There you go. Big Bad Toy Store. If anyone's looking for that. You know what you won't find on here? Gay frog toys. Oh, shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we try to have as much fun with that as we can. Always. But
this is true.
Yeah, I think that's going to just about do it. So let's go ahead. We're going to run around the panel as always, and they're going to let you know what they got going on and why you should stop by their channel if you haven't already. God damn it. Just sub to their channels. It's not going to hurt you, I promise.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I mean, you don't got to sub to my channel. I'm not doing anything on my channel. But yeah, it's always fun, man. Always fun talking toys.
Hell yeah.
So seeing all those cars was awesome. Especially like the all the army vehicles.
Yeah, it's just, some of those I'm actually surprised are still in as good condition as they were. Like I said, I've had them since I was a kid, so that was a long freaking time ago.
Yeah, you could tell you had. I could tell you had them since you were a kid too. Especially the first ones you showed up. But
Yeah.
man, thanks for letting me chill as always. It's always fun. And
Always,
yeah, I'll be here next week.
always a pleasure, man.
Awesome.
Always a pleasure to have you on with us. So let's literally kick it on over.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Ow! Thanks. I think.
All right. Well, yeah, this was a fun stream. Always, these are awesome streams anyway. But yeah, tonight was a blast, and all you guys in the chat, you guys are awesome as well. Yeah, my Wolfman figure will be published tomorrow at 9 a.m. on my channel at Real Horror, REEL. And then on Tuesday nights on ETub's channel are the horror reviews. And that's all I can think of at the moment. So, yeah, this was a blast, and I hope everybody has a great night.
Trina, thank you as always, and thank you for always being able to host the Golden Trina Award. I appreciate it. It stunk that we had to give it out without you last week.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't feel the same.
No, it didn't. It felt hollow.
You know, like those gaps in some of the Transformer figures.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started again. That side swipe was horrible. Trina, thank you as always. Always appreciate having you on here with us. So let's kick it on over.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no!
Yeah, thank you everyone for the nipple rubs and the Vinnie Smurf stuff. Like, you guys and girls are fantastic. Yeah, tomorrow, we should be hanging out over on my channel around 5 p.m. I am working on something right now. I'm putting together a new campaign, kind of a special edition thing. I'm doing a 140-page book. It's like a second chance at the first two art books, but there's an additional 30 pages added onto that. There's gonna be more info about that soon, and brand new covers, some more City of Venus stuff, because City of Venus is going to be the next campaign after this. That's 100%. I'm diving into that as soon as I'm done building all of this. I'm trying to figure out a new crowdfunding website right now, so just bear in mind with me on that. And it's a lot to do on that, so I'll start pushing more stuff as well, and getting lots of work done. So City of Venus 2, that's the next big project, and I really cannot wait for you guys to see what I'm working on with all of that. But everybody, thank you for tonight. Remember, my other campaigns are still available as well. They ship right away, so get on over to Indiegogo. Support an actual creator who delivers, not someone who's got 8 unfulfilled campaigns now. Dude, the people out there are insane. But I got 6 fulfilled campaigns in a row, 4 of which are still available. Get on it; you're gonna love it. Just fantastic work out there. We got Through the Woods, City of Venus, the Volume 3 art book. What am I missing? Shadow of the Kraken. Yeah, great stuff out there. So get some quality, people. That's what it's about. Quality writing, quality artwork, and quality shipping. It gets to you right away. And the books are top notch. Made in America, USA, USA. Not that China shit like those other sellouts do. So support an actual creator who cares about you and cares about the quality that you people get. So thank you very much. And come hang out tomorrow.
Awesome, Vinnie. And of course, everybody dropping links out there. Gap and Curtis, and anybody else drop link. Thank you. Even if you drop your own own channel link too. I mean, that's cool. You know, if we're not helping each other out, who we're going to help out? And unfortunately, a lot of these people that Vinnie are talking about, they only give a rat's ass about themselves and nobody else. So you got to find the people that are willing to step up and deliver, the people that are willing to back you. So
absolutely.
There's too many of those frauds. The only back they have is their own, and usually it's their own back end as they're bending over in an alleyway behind a pizza shop. But yeah, here we go.
And all day long, my foot up a dog's ass, just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Remember, if you missed it, I showed off the short bus that you idiots that are backing those retards should probably be getting on too. Did I say that out loud again? God damn it. Censor, that's Tommy, okay. Censor. No, it's not going to happen. But thank you, everybody that's joined us tonight, everybody over on YouTube, everybody on X. I hope that you had a blast. I hope that you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed everything that you've seen, and you will come back again. If you can, and it would be really helpful to all of us to stop by all of our respective channels, subscribe to people, subscribe to some of the people that were hanging out in the chat and had their links posted as well. Sub to my man, Curtis YZ. Go check out some of the shorts and everything he's putting up. He used to do a lot of movie reviews from time to time too. Stop by and see him. He's another one putting up with the bullshit for freaking YouTube. As it may have noticed, the Chaos Hoy, as I've mentioned a few times throughout different chats on this freaking channel and on this show. It just doesn't end with some of these companies, but you know, you guys stopping by and supporting us by watching these live streams or watching the videos or commenting, and many of us really love those comments. You know, when you're taking your time out to actually leave a comment, it means a lot. And I know me personally, I do the absolute best I can to get back to every single comment. And if I don't, it's probably because YouTube has hidden the damn comment from me because they're a bunch of son of a bitches. But thank you guys so much, man. It does mean so much that you guys stop out and you enjoy this and that you retweet it and all that other good stuff, because it's amazing. It really is. You're taking your time out to do that shit. You know, there's plenty of other places you could be, but you decide to spend it here with us. Thank you for that. So, guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence and your compliance gives consent. And we will catch you next time. Later, y'all.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios.